Hi, I'm Kaz. And for the last 100 days, I've been playing the new LEGO Fortnite Odyssey Storm Chasers update every single day in my expert mode survival world. And if you guys weren't aware, this update changed absolutely everything, including the crafting system, introduction of all new enemies like Raven, the Thunderlord, and of course, the Storm King, and so much more. So sit back, grab a snack, and enjoy this longer video. But anyway, without further ado, enjoy my first 100 days in the Storm Chasers update.
I think the first thing we have to talk about is the all-new crafting system, and it might be the first thing you notice when you load in, because every single tool that you might have already owned will look completely different after this update. And might I add that these look absolutely amazing. There's so many new ones to discover, and I'm sure the community is going to go absolutely insane with their finds. But actually getting into the crafting bench, you'll see that there's a ton of not only new tools, but also new ways to make these tools. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that the customizability here is ridiculous. And as you can see, as I hover over different resource types, it's going to make different types of tools. And just to give you an example, if I go ahead and choose something like copper to build this pickaxe, I can also choose a resource for the handle, and simply choosing these different resources will completely adjust the way that the durability will work. And not only that, obviously it'll adjust everything else like damage, knockback, and speed. So to give you a simple example here, let's go ahead and actually just make the best pickaxe we possibly can. And right now it just looks like that's going to be an amber pickaxe. So yeah, quite simply, we just acquired ourselves a very good pickaxe. And like I said, the options are basically endless with how many different combinations you can do. So jump in and try that out. And I promise you, everything we're going to be talking about today is good news, except for this next point, because as I went into my chest when I loaded in for the first time, I noticed something absolutely horrible. And if you don't notice it already, cheese went from a rare item in the game to uncommon, which I am terrified about because, as you know, cheese is the best item in the game, and I swear that LEGO Fortnite just nerfed it. So if anyone from the LEGO Fortnite team is watching this, please reconsider that decision. And don't you worry, I already told the developers here at LEGO HQ to revert, but I don't know what's going to happen. Either way, if we can get a rest in peace cheese in the comments, then that would really make me feel a little bit better. Anyway, as I'm here in my main village, I might as well show you guys some of the new villagers, because as you can see, we have goldfish here. This seems like a villager that just kind of wanders around, but there's one that's a little bit more important, and his name is Caden. As soon as you load up into an existing world, Caden should be at your main village, and if you interact with him, he'll show you the Storm Chasers village on your map. And this is super important for the progression of this update, because if you didn't know, most of the progression in this update will all take place in the Storm Chasers base camp. I've already leveled it up with my friends here quite a bit, but as you continue on, you're going to be discovering some pretty interesting things. And while I haven't gotten too far in this yet, if you go over to the village square, you'll see that you upgrade it basically like any of these event upgrade villages, where instead of just depositing resources, you actually have to complete tasks. And my first little secret to share from the developers, since I haven't gotten that far, is that apparently when you get to the last level of this village, that's when you're going to go ahead and fight the Storm King. So make sure you're fully prepared when that happens. But before you can do that, when you get to level 8 of this village, the developers also let me know that you'll have to defeat Raven first. Obviously, Raven has been a big part leading up to this update, and we had no idea what part they were going to play in the actual update themselves, but it seems like Raven will be some sort of boss that you'll have to defeat. And if you thought that Raven and the Storm King were the only two bosses you'd have to defeat, you are completely wrong, because I already jumped in, and like I said, I played quite a bit. And another boss that I unfortunately came across and ended up losing a totem of return to is the Thunder King. This guy will 2-hit you if you don't have proper charms on, and as you can see here, that is exactly what happened to me. So I'll talk a little bit more about how to find him in a little bit. The bosses in this new update are no joke, so make sure you have proper charms and resources so you don't end up like me. Now, when I opened up my inventory after this update, you can see that every single item got a complete overhaul, and they all have new rarities. So some of the items you might have had before the update will have a completely different color, and they'll be used for entirely new things, like building these tools that you already saw. But anyway, believe it or not, besides these Storm King, these are basically all small changes compared to what I'm going to talk about next. And that's going to be finding the Storm mini biome. That's basically a whole thing in itself, because as you can see here, this will already be generated in your worlds, and you'll have to just look around for a storm in the sky, which is not hard to find. But as soon as you get there, you'll notice that there's an outer ring, and as you enter this ring, you'll be immediately hit with a timer on your screen. It'll be 30 seconds by default, and as you enter, it's just going to count down until it hits 0. And be careful if it hits 0, because the storm will completely possess you if you're inside of it, and it'll it'll take you out. There are some things that can help with this, like this brand new storm fruit, which will give you 10 seconds more inside of the zone, as well as charms like the storm chaser charm, which is brand new and increases your heart, armor, and length of time on your storm timer. It'll also reduce the damage taken from storm energy attacks, so if you're going into the storm, I definitely recommend making that charm and having a few storm fruits on hand. But as you enter this biome and start fighting the enemies, just be super careful because these enemies will keep respawning and you can never completely clear it out. And within this biome, you're also going to notice that there's a ton of new enemies that you've never seen before, like the storm roller, the crawler, which is super annoying, and I've already encountered a few and taken them down. And then we also have things like the acolyte, which basically act as villagers, but they're possessed by the storm and all wield different enemies and can also teleport. So let's take a breather real quick because yeah, overall, there's just so much to this update. And it honestly feels like we're playing an entirely new game, which is absolutely amazing, guys. We're just over a year into LEGO Fortnite Odyssey, as it's now called, and it's absolutely incredible. There's so much new progression and customizability with all of these items, and it's so much fun. So hop in if you haven't already. But we're not even close to being done because next we're going to talk about something new, which is the fact that as you're just progressing along your world, you're going to notice that there's a big change in the way that you accumulate items. And what I mean by that are the randomly generated chests across your world, as well as supply drops, and the golden chests are all going to drop better loot, and it'll be scaled to wherever you are in your world. So say you just started a world and you open a chest, you're going to get pretty basic loot, but as you progress further and further, you're going to start finding better and better items. This makes it feel a lot more rewarding, and it doesn't feel like everything's completely useless because let's be honest, as we progress through these worlds, back in the day, it was basically useless to open any chest unless you were trying to find cheese. So yeah, I definitely recommend not ignoring these chests after the update because they're way better. Okay, and we're starting out by joining the Storm Chasers village. And if you're not sure exactly what this is, after the update, if you open your map and just look around, you'll find a pinned location that looks something like this. If I zoom out a little bit more, you can see that my main base is all the way up here and this village is all the way down here, so you might have to travel just a little bit. But anyway, because this update is absolutely insane, it brings with it a whole entire village that's classified as an event village. That basically means that all of the tasks you're going to need to get done are actual challenges and not resource dumps. And some of you may have noticed that this village is already level 3, and that's because the other day when I was over at LEGO headquarters playing the update as soon as it dropped, I actually started on this village with 2 of my friends. I had, of course, Brave and Danny that were both with me there, and they just helped me transfer a lot of resources from my main base, as well as, of course, upgrading the first 2 levels to get it to level 3. But level 3 is nowhere near where we need to be because obviously, like I said, we're doing everything in today's video, and that includes defeating the Storm King. And if you didn't know, the way you can actually encounter the Storm King is by leveling this up to level 10. So in that regard, we do have a lot of work to do. But before we can even get into that, I do have a little bit of a problem right now because as you can see, I only have 1 pickaxe and then my charms are really not that good. I'm sure those of you who have already jumped into the update will know this, but the whole entire crafting system completely changed. So we'll go here into our crafting bench and give you guys a little bit of an overview in case you're unfamiliar. And as you can see with every single tool in the game, they do look a little bit different in the crafting menu. And not only that, there's tons of different ways to craft tools and weapons. The gems, metals, woods, and stones all got a complete revamp and rework in terms of what the rarities look like. For instance, if we go over to our chest here, you can see that all of our different woods are going to be gray, whether it's flexwood, frost pine, or of course wood. They'll all be uncommon rarities. Then of course, things like obsidian and malachite are both uncommon now, along with some metals like copper and iron now being rare. Taking that a step further now, our gems are actually going to be epic rarity, and that means that these are absolutely incredible. If we come back over to the crafting bench, you can see that we have the option to make a few different pickaxes here. And right off the bat, like I said, we do want the best things we could possibly get. In terms of a pickaxe, it's the one thing we actually do already have. So we'll go ahead and make ourselves a sword or a spear. I don't actually know which one I'm going to do yet. We'll go over here to the spear, and you know what? I'm just going to stick to the sword. It's what I'm more comfortable with. So if we bounce through all these, you can see that the stats change just a little bit, and I think I'm going to go with the amber sword because as you can see, the durability is the best with that one. In terms of the hilt that we're going to attach to it, I believe for that, we're going to go ahead and use iron, and then we're simply going to craft it. So just like that, we got an amber sword and an amber pickaxe. But we're not done because over here in the crafting bench, there's also some other things to look at off the bat, and it's going to be these charms here. So a few interesting things have happened with the charm crafting. As you can see, first off, some of the rarities of these are different. For instance, as you can see, there's no longer an epic totem of return. It's now rare. In order to make it, I do need some bear pelts, which I currently don't have. So that's something we're going to definitely have to do. And actually, before that, we also have to sleep. And speaking of sleeping, who remembers when we weren't even able to sleep through the night in this game? Honestly, this game has come such a far way. And guys, comment down below and let me know what you think of Storm Chasers so far, the brand new update in LEGO Fortnite. Obviously, this game has just been out for a year now. Its birthday was just last week, and yeah, we've come such a far way. But anyway, like I was talking about, we're going to go ahead and make ourselves a totem of return. But not only that, I believe we're also going to make ourselves a storm charm. This right here is a brand new charm that just came out format that reduces damage taken from storm energy attacks, and that's going to be really useful because we're going to be fighting a lot of storm creatures, obviously. Not only through the Storm King, but also the Thunder Lord that we're going to run into later, as well as all of the different acolytes and enemies in the caves and outside of them in the brand new storm biome. And we're going to come straight back over here and make ourselves our storm charm. And the first thing we're going to do with this is replace it with our inner fire charm. And I know that might sound like a controversial decision, but hear me out. Because if we go right back over here to our crafting bench and zoom in on the health charm, you can see that it gives you 4 hearts. The inner fire charm, on the other hand, only gives you 3. So technically, if you're looking for the most bang for your buck in terms of hearts, the health charm is actually the best epic charm in the game for that, especially with the way that temperatures work now. If you didn't know, you won't take any damage outside of caves in any biome. So if I took off any heat related charms and walked into the Frostlands, for instance, I wouldn't take any damage from being cold. That would only happen if I jumped into a Frostlands cave, which is a very nice change in my opinion. But for that reason, I don't really think we're going to be needing any temperature charms today. So yeah, we're going to leave that off our body. And of course, I already went ahead and dropped off that brute scale in this chest so that I could make that health charm that we were just talking about. So bang, just like that, we have all new charms on our body. And obviously there's still one that we need, and it's going to be upgrading our totem of return from this common one that gives you no hearts all the way up to this rare one that'll give us 2 hearts and also, of course, another life essentially. But in order to make that, we need to hunt down some bears, and that means we have to use our sword. So we're going to come over here straight to the Rune Forge where we can actually upgrade this, and right off the bat we get Berserk 3 and durability. Do I want those? I don't know what I want on this yet. For sure I want damage. Do I want Berserk with it too? You know what? We're going to do it. I actually really like that. Okay, so let's just try to find damage 3. Hopefully it comes up soon. We'll go ahead and re-roll, and just like that. Okay, damage 3, easy. So with the new weapon and rune system, as you can see, you don't get 4 enchantments on every single weapon. This one only gives you 2 slots. So technically this sword is fully upgraded. And while I do have some extra essence, I might as well see what I can add to my pickaxe here. Oh, wait, actually, we do not have any extra essence. Never mind. Now we're out in the wild bear hunting, and why is it always so hard to find the specific enemy that you're looking for when you're actually looking for one? Because yeah, I've just been running around the open fields and it's impossible to find a bear out here. However, I do over this hill see some acolytes, and this is a brand new enemy. So if you guys haven't been keeping up to date with this update, you wouldn't know anything about these guys. And as you can see, one just rifted and teleported right next to me. And that's just how these guys operate. They literally will just teleport towards you over and over again, which is actually pretty crazy if there's enough of them. In an open field like this, it's honestly light work, but it can definitely get a little stressful if they come in packs, and I have a feeling that's gonna happen later in this video. Oh, and here's a bear. We're actually super close to our storm that we'll be visiting in a little bit here, but for now, let's just take down a bear. And I really never fight these, so this will be interesting to do. But here goes nothing. Oh, and he's fully distracted by a roller, so that makes it a little bit easier. And we got ourselves a bear pelt. And what in the world? Why does this guy have an icon above his head? So apparently when you're outclassed by enemies, it'll let you know by showing an icon right next to him. As you can see, we have a red skull, which basically means that this guy should be more powerful than I am. And it's kind of a warning not to fight him, so I'm obviously gonna fight him and see what happens. And oh my, wait. Why am I on like 1 heart? Oh my goodness, what? Was that a Durburger? Okay, we gotta calm down for a second here. I just saw a Durburger fall from the sky and I almost just died already. No way! Wait, he spawns in stuff from the sky in order to attack other people that he's fighting. That's why he's outclassing me. That's insane. He literally just spawned a totem from the sky. I think he's gonna do it again. Wait, watch this. No way. He has blue flares on his hands, and then... Yeah, no, wait, what? He literally just spawned another one of those golem totem things above my head. That was crazy. I'm not even sure if there's a reward for killing this guy, but at this point, I just have to do it. Uh-oh. What is he spawning this time? Another one. That's insane. Anyway, one more hit, and he should be down just like that. We got a copper crossbow, and we definitely don't need that, so we're just gonna leave it where it is. And another thing I'm interested in checking out is gonna be this butterfly here, because apparently after this update, the chests and random loot that you get around your world is actually generated based off of how far you are with your progression. So hypothetically, because I'm pretty far into my progression, I should get better stuff out of these finally. And okay, we got some amber and some copper. Yeah, that's way better. Oh my goodness, that's actually amazing. I've been asking for that on videos for a very long time. If you know, you know. So it is cool to see that they've implemented a ton of changes across the board. I'm absolutely loving this update so far. Obviously, I've played it a bit, but it's been at Lego HQ and not here at my home setup, so I haven't gotten a true feel for it. Anyway, we're still looking for one more bear, so I'm gonna continue to travel along until I find one, and I'll see you guys when I do. Oh, and I see an icon for another bear. Where is he at? Ah, there he is. Okay, one more bear pelt coming right up. There we
we go. We've officially acquired some bear pelts, which is honestly pretty uncommon for me because I never fight bears, but we just needed to today. Oh my, wait, what in the world? We just got ourselves an emerald axe from a chest. Like I just said, as you continue to progress in your world, the drops will get better and better, but I did not expect something like this. And honestly, I'll probably be using this thing until it breaks because it's actually really nice. And back at home, we just went ahead and we crafted ourselves a totem of return in rare rarities. So we got an extra 2 hearts. I'm a little confused what happened with all my charms, but yeah, this is the loadout that we're going to be going with for today's video. It might be a little controversial to not take either of these, specifically probably the regeneration charm, since obviously it has a really good effect of giving you hearts back, but I'd rather just go with the most hearts I possibly can while having the most effective charms. And obviously I feel like we're gonna need this storm charm, so yeah, we'll see how we fare today with these. What we've got to do next is actually start on a vehicle build to upgrade the next part of our village. As you can see, it's the last thing we need, so I guess we're just gonna snap everything in place and hopefully it doesn't take up too many of our resources. I don't even know if I have everything we're gonna need, but yeah, we're just gonna see what we can do. And did we do it? We did it. Let's go. This is actually, I think, one of the brand new vehicle blueprints. If we go over here and look, yep, it's literally called the Storm Chaser. Pretty fun. Unfortunately, I will not be driving it for the time being because, like I said, we're an Axo on a mission today and we went ahead and upgraded our village. And next, we actually have to enter a storm. Okay, we got to go back to where we were earlier. You know, last time we just made quick work of a bear, but this time we actually have to step inside. All right, and to continue our village, we do, of course, have to step into the storm where it looks like we actually have 2 minutes and 30 seconds of storm invulnerability, and that's because of our brand new storm charm that we made. If I go ahead and take it off, as you can see, it takes away 2 minutes of our time. And yeah, for those of you who don't know, if you're in the storm and the timer runs out on you, you will get possessed by the storm, you'll be frozen in place, and then you'll be teleported way back outside of it. So it's definitely a good idea. Oh, whoa, there's a bus station right there. What the heck? What I was trying to say is it's definitely a good idea to go ahead and make yourselves the storm charm if you're going to be in here. And one thing I'm going to do, because I'm going to be in here, is actually go ahead and drop a bus station. It fully lets you drop one inside, so I definitely think it's a good idea. And oh my goodness, it's another one of these guys. And what? Oh, he just spawned in a, what was that, a porta potty? I don't even know, but he spawned in something out of the sky, but it doesn't even matter because he's still gone. Anyway, another really cool thing about this update is the fact that now, oh my goodness, I cannot stand still in this place. I almost just got hit by lightning. What I was gonna say is that there's now a brand new journal section. If you open up your map tab and go over to the left, you'll see you can actually track everything from the base camp along with other challenges. So I need to collect some storm fruit and pop storm buds, all of which I can do in here, obviously. So we just need to lock in and do that. And whoa, what is this rift? Wait. What is this? No way. Wait, that's so sick. You could literally just hit a rift and fly straight back down into this place. I honestly love that. I had no idea that was in the game. Anyway, we just went ahead and collected 10 storm fruit, as you can see. And next, we just got to pop some of these guys right here. So that was 1, and this is 2. Oh, and here's the last 3 we need. So just like that, 1, 2, and 3. We popped 5 storm buds. And I think it's already time to get out of here because this place is so chaotic. And you lose hearts like nothing out here. So yeah, we're headed out after, actually, we go back in to teleport because I forgot I just put my bus station in there. Anyway, we're back at Storm Chaser's base camp where we can go ahead and upgrade again. And I know it's been a lot of back and forth so far, but don't you worry. In just a few levels, we're gonna be able to fight Raven, who I've actually never encountered yet. Some of you might have seen on the official LEGO YouTube channel, they did live stream me, Brave, Epic, and Danny Bob Studios all fighting the Storm King. However, when the preparation was going on for that before the live stream, I wasn't part of the Raven fight, so I have no idea what that's about, and we'll definitely have to see very, very soon. But before we do, just a few more upgrades. First, we gotta collect an Eye of the Storm, which I believe I have a few of. I don't know if this is gonna count, but I somehow already have 4 of these. So, wow, wait, that does work. Okay. And then craft meat pies in the oven. Wait, does that count if I already have some? This would be the easiest level of all time if it actually worked. And wait, it actually did work. No way. Oh, never mind. I still have 2 more things to do for this challenge. And believe it or not, we just got ourselves our first Durasteel in this world. If I open up my Star Wars map, you can see that this is yet to be explored, and yeah, we'll save that one for another video. We're going ahead and opening up our handy dandy journal once again. You can see that we now have that objective complete, and I believe the last challenge we'll have to do here is upgrading our compass. Interesting. I've actually never heard of anything like that. So first thing we have to do is obviously make a compass.
Oh, and I didn't even have to actually build the compass. All I had to do was talk to Dr. Baraska, and just like that, we can go ahead and upgrade our village once again. Look at them. They're so happy about it. But we're 2 levels away from Raven, and like I said, I don't want to make it too repetitive, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna be, because there's one specific challenge here that says enter a storm cave. And yeah, that's where our journey's taking us next. So guys, strap in and lock in, because it's about to get intense. Oh yeah, and another thing it's asking me to do is craft an epic sword. It's a good thing I started the video by doing that, because now I have to waste more resources to do it again. But hey, with this brand new crafting system, it's always an opportunity to try something new. So we made a ruby/gold sword next, which actually has 3 different essence slots. Obviously, I just upgraded my other sword, so it's not super important that I do this right now, but you know what? So let's go ahead and throw on damage. We'll go ahead and throw on durability as well, and I do not have enough essence to do any more rolls, but I believe next I'll throw on berserk anyway. We've got that challenge done. Next, we got to go ahead and throw 10 greater storm cores in our inventory, which we also just did. Like I said, I've gotten a lot of progress so far, guys, and drop a like if you're enjoying this video. Obviously, it's a bit of a grind here at the Storm Chasers village, but the next part of our adventure leads us straight to the storm cave, and here we go. If you guys have yet to see a storm cave, then you are in for an absolute treat, because oh my goodness, are these things intense. The only thing I will say is I've actually already been in this one, because like I said, I have played a bit of this update, and as part of that, as you can see on screen here, I have already started clearing out some of these rounds of acolytes, storm shards, and everything else that you encounter in here. And it is by no means easy, but hey, your boy got quite a bit of it done, and honestly, I'll probably have to get more of it done later. But yeah, as per usual with our Storm Chaser village, we can go ahead to our journal, and all we had to do was actually enter the storm cave, so we'll get out for now. Hang on, one really cool thing that I just realized is that after talking to Dr. Borskara, on our map, it actually discovered a few more storm locations, like the one right here. And not only that, we also, right next to our Storm Chaser base, have the icon for Raven. Like I said, Raven is one of the bosses we're gonna have to defeat very, very soon, because we're 1 village upgrade away, I believe. It's telling us we now have to use storm geysers, defeat storm rollers, and investigate the dormant Tempest Gateway. I don't even know what that means, but we're gonna have to find out very soon. Let's get to work so we can find Raven here. Oh, and look at that. Wait, that's gotta be it. Okay, so we have a few storm locations where I believe they're the same storms that I believe we just saw with that cave there, but we also have this icon, which is the Tempest Gateway 100%. So let's send it to the nearest battle bus and get over there and check out everything that the Tempest Gateway has to offer. We're getting deep in this, and we're closer than we think to the Storm King fight, which is both very exciting, but also super, super intimidating, because I feel like I'm just not ready yet. Anyway, let's not get too ahead of ourselves, because we got to make it over there to the Tempest Gateway and explore everything, as well as finish everything else so we can get to level 8. Okay, and we're already approaching our way there, but we need to take out some rollers along the way, so let's lock in. And oh my goodness, this is like a coffin looking... What the... Wait, that's insane. What is that? Alright, and just as easily as that, we defeated 5 storm rollers. We're also near what I believe would be the Tempest Gateway. We just got to make our way all the way up this thing. And obviously, you can just run up it, but I've got a grapple. So I'm going to be smart here and just scale my way up. And we're already up here. Okay, here we are. And it looks like it's closed, but we did investigate the dormant portal. So the last thing we need to do are use some storm geysers for now. And this part's fun, because all we got to do is just bounce around like this. So that was number 1, and this is number 2 right here. And very simply, we just also hit our 3rd one, and just like that, we got all of these challenges complete, which now means it's time. After we go back and upgrade our village, we're just gonna get straight into the Raven boss fight, and I am terrified for this. I've realized that while my charms are good, they could be better, but we are in expert mode, and honestly, I won't lie, I think they did make the... Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, we gotta be careful. But I was gonna say, I won't lie, I really think that they made this whole challenge way harder in expert mode. So guys, if you're playing along in expert mode, just make sure you're being super careful. And I guess survival mode itself is also dangerous, but yeah, expert mode is another level. And just a quick pit stop on the way back, we've stopped by our village and we've gifted Fishstick an emerald sword so that he can help us along our next fight. I think we might need him. Well, let's go ahead and upgrade our village, and our next quest is where it gets crazy. Find Raven's hideout in the grasslands, followed by a few extra challenges, but this is where we take on Raven and things get real serious. And right over this hill, there it is. Raven's hideout, ladies and gentlemen. It's the first real boss fight that we're going to be encountering, so I'm super interested to see how this goes. First off, I feel like he might outclass me, which is kind of terrifying, but like I said, let's just enter the door and see even where he is, because I have no idea what's going on. Oh, wait. It's a dungeon spawn. Is Raven here? Hello? Is anybody home? Raven? Is this your seat? I don't really know. And I feel like there's actually no sign of Raven here. That's kind of odd. Oh, but when we jumped into the cave, it did check off find Raven's hideout. So maybe Raven is in here? Oh my goodness, he is. Okay, defeat Raven is the next thing in our journal, and I believe he should be over here. Okay, here goes nothing, guys. I don't know where Fishstick is. That's a great start. So much for calling in reinforcements, I guess. But you know what? We don't even need them. Let's send it and see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, drop a like right now to give me the power to defeat Raven. And here it goes. We're gonna step inside and oh my goodness, here he is. Okay. Oh, okay. So he's wielding a sword. Oh my goodness. And he does jump critical attacks. And what? He's throwing TNT too. No, 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 no. There we go. Ow, ow. Dude, we're literally just going hit by hit against each other. Get over here, buddy. Get over here. Ow. Oh, wait. I did not expect him to go down like that, but there we are. Just like that, we defeated Raven. I hope you guys dropped a like because that's probably how I got the power to do that. If you still haven't dropped a like, drop a like for that freaking fight. That was actually crazy. Guys, if you are fighting Raven, all I recommend is that you have a super powerful sword and that you really know how to dodge because he does these jump critical attacks. And that's honestly the first enemy that I've really seen with good combat skills like that. The fact that he was actually able to jump slam is kind of terrifying. And man, he got my hearts pretty low at times in that fight. And hang on, upon entering Raven's hideout after defeating him, there is a chest here. I didn't even realize that. But opening it up, let's see what we get. Oh my goodness, we got Eye of the Storm. Great. So we did collect 10 of them like we needed for our base camp challenge. And what else did we get? Looks like we got maybe some Rift Crystals and some Greater Storm Shards. So great. Quite a bit of stuff that we needed and enough to continue along our journey. So let's get back out of here. And we are just steps away from fighting the Storm King. This is going absolutely incredible so far. What could go wrong? I might regret asking that, but for now, I honestly feel like that's really true. Everything has just been going so smoothly, but enough of that. Let's go ahead and continue onwards. But guys, it is a new day at the Storm Chasers village where off camera, I just went ahead and upgraded to level 9. And as you can see, the moment we've all been waiting for, power up the Tempest Gateway and defeat the Storm King. And one question I have before we do that is where in the heck did Fishstick actually go? Because I honestly do not want to do this without a villager friend. So yeah, we'll need to figure that out. And we'll also need to figure out what we're bringing in our inventory because one thing I know for certain is we're going to need to grab all of our Eye of the Storms. We need at least 10 of them in order to actually power up the gateway. But outside of that, we also need to craft some weapons and tools, starting with a projectile. And I believe for that, we're going to go for a very simple crossbow. And for this, we're going to be using amber, drawstring, and iron. That'll give us an amber crossbow with quite a bit of durability. If we go ahead and look at some of the other ones, as we toggle through them, you'll see that the durability is, of course, the best on the amber crossbow. And that's what we need because we're going to be shooting a lot of arrows at the Storm King, if I had to guess. And with every inventory spot during this fight being so useful, unfortunately, we're gonna have to move cheese out into our inventory, but don't worry. Just the sheer power that it'll hold being in our inventory should be enough. And guys, before we go any further in this video, I gotta let you know that I made a big mistake, so don't be like me. Basically, I forgot to use a legendary forge before I do this next part, and that was a big mistake, and you'll see exactly why in a second. But hold tight, because I do end up figuring it out, and yeah, you're not gonna want to miss the rest of this video. Anyway, back to it. And ladies and gentlemen, we have spent a lot of time over here at Storm Chasers Village in today's video, and I think it's time to go on our final journey, and you guys all know what that means by now. Just up ahead on our map, we have the Tempest Gateway, and that is where our journey leads us next. If I open up my inventory, I'll show you guys what we're rocking with. Obviously, we have a ton of bow and arrows. Not only that, but we have our 10 Eye of the Storms to open up the gateway. We've also got other fun tools and healing items, and then, of course, we have our cheese, followed up by all of our weapons in our hotbar, like our ruby sword, our amber crossbow, and our flint knock, so we can get ourselves out of trouble just by doing this. So yeah, it's nighttime, but I think we're ready to go. I'm not sure why my villagers haven't been following me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get a good night's rest, and when I wake up in the morning, it's time to embark on our final journey. Wish me luck and subscribe if you're new, guys. We're on the road to 1 million, and this is so exciting. My first time taking on the Storm King in my expert mode world. I don't even know if I'm gonna conquer it, but we'll see very shortly. All right, and this morning we made it over here to the Tempest Gateway Hill, where we're gonna go ahead and jump straight into this. We obviously got our Storm Charm on, which gives us 2 minutes and 30 seconds of invulnerability to this storm. This plus my grappler is going to help me out quite a bit, and I just realized I only brought 30 grapple shots, and hopefully that is not my downfall because I'm not going back. So you know what? We're going to be a little conservative when it comes to how we use these shots. And wow, dude, this thing looks absolutely beautiful. Okay, walking up this staircase. Ow, I just got hit by lightning. Walking up this staircase, it is so big and grand. It really feels intimidating to do this. And whoa, okay. So many things spawn out of the sky as well. You never know what to expect, but yeah. We'll make our way up until we find the portal, and then we'll continue on. And here we go. The Tempest Gateway needs power, so let's go ahead and interact with it and deposit our 10 Eye of the Storm. We have our first thing in our journal complete, and our next one is simply to enter the King's domain and defeat the Storm King, and there he is. We're about to see him in a second. Here we go. We have an hour on the dot, and we're gonna jump straight into it and see what's gonna happen. Guys, make a prediction in your head right now. I'm feeling confident, but we'll have to wait and see. And getting straight down into it, face the heart of the storm, defeat the Storm King, and he's brewing up in the storm here. And oh my goodness, it's the official final boss of Lego Fortnite. It's been a year in the making, and finally, we have this really awesome arena where we can go ahead and take on the Storm King. I'm not gonna lie to you, I am pretty nervous about this. We're gonna start out by obviously taking on all of these acolytes and also eating as many pizzas as we possibly can, because it's gonna give us extra hearts on our fight. As you can see here, we will get those extra ones, especially because we're using that rare charm in the storm charm. We don't have all the hearts we possibly could, but we're chipping away at these storm crystals first, obviously, because they are spawning all of these acolytes, which are gonna be super annoying when we're trying to focus in on the Storm King. So yeah, definitely want to eliminate as much of that as possible. And another thing I will say is that this is something you should try to do with your friends if possible. Splitting the attention amongst all of these enemies will definitely be for your benefit. So yeah, if you can invite a friend or two, I would definitely recommend doing that. And oh my goodness, I'm already so low. As much as I want to talk, I also got to focus in. So if I get quiet for a moment, I'm sorry. But yeah, there's just so much going on, and I have not even started fighting the actual Storm King himself. As you can see now, we have rollers and crawlers joining us in this fight, and they're not on our team. And my goodness, do they take a lot of our health. I think fast healing items are definitely going to be helpful in this. And man, one thing I automatically regret not doing is putting triple damage on this pickaxe. I think all of these enemies, as they spawn in and try to attack me, are just going to be a pain in my side as I focus on the Storm King later. But yeah, we're going to clear out as many of them as we can right now. Ah, and there's crawler number 1 gone. And you know what? One of my strategies today was to bring some TNT. Let's see how that does against these shards here. And honestly, it doesn't even do that great. Let's just waste them all in one. Dude, I just died in 2. No. No way. There's just no way I died already. Okay, and as bad as that might have looked, honestly, I'm kind of glad that happened because I've got a new plan. Okay, and where our journey leads us next before we go ahead and fight the Storm King is over here into the Storm Dungeon. Now, the reason that we're here is because we need to find the Thunder Lord before anything, and this is the dungeon that I've already gone through a little bit, so I should be able to continue to descend downwards, and yeah, that's exactly what we can do. As you can see, we've already cleared out these areas, so we'll just jump down deeper and deeper. I believe pretty soon we should run up on an area that we haven't yet complete. So as we get down to the very bottom, as you can see, we now have the Thunder Lord here, and this is one of the boss battles leading up to the Storm King. It's something that I didn't put too much emphasis onto, and that's because honestly, from everything I've seen, he shouldn't be too hard to defeat here. All we got to make sure we do is use our ranged weapons and try to hit as many headshots and big damage shots as we can. And yeah, this Thunder Lord, honestly, as long as we don't get hit by these plasma shots, we should be fine. Come on, let's see what we can do. Oh my goodness, the big one is the one that actually kind of scares me because it definitely does a lot of damage. But we're chipping away at his health already, and we're pretty close. We just got to keep it going here, and ow. And he's already on red health. He's so close to getting eliminated. And here we go. I think one more shot should do it. And yes, there we are. Just like that, we took down the Thunder Lord. And we're going to get quite a bit of good stuff. As you can see, we get a Rift Crystal and also a Greater Storm Core, as well as an Amber Sword. And opening up the chest, we should get even better stuff, like an Emerald Crossbow, a Storm Rune Tome that we can go ahead and discover a brand new enchantment with. And what do we get? We get Last Chances 2. Interesting. I don't even know what that is. But between all of that, we should be good to return back to the surface and return home so that we can set up for the Storm King battle. And one thing you'll notice is hopping out of any of these dungeons after you defeat the Thunder Lord, they will not be stormy anymore for 24 hours. Obviously, there's still going to be tons of enemies around, but as long as you just avoid them, you'll be good to walk around here. Okay, guys, and you're gonna have to forgive me because obviously this is my first time playing the update, but I realized that the legendary forge is right here in front of us, and I don't know how I didn't do that earlier, but it's definitely gonna help us as we run it back for round 2. We're gonna go ahead and put one of these down first. Okay, so I might have been a little bit lost, but as you can see, now we have a legendary forge, which is honestly the piece that we've been missing, because as we open this up, every single tool that we have now has the ability to be upgraded fully, and just by using some rift crystals, you can see the effects that it's gonna have on it. More damage, more durability, and overall, it's just going to be a much better item. And after rifting my new amber crossbow, you can see that it's still an epic rarity. It's not legendary or gold yet. And that's because you actually have to use it. And zooming in, you can see that I do have a little rift bar that's indicating exactly how far I'm progressed in this. And believe it or not, the way to do this is actually just to get the rift bar all the way to full, which will simply be by shooting it at the ground. And as I do this more and more, I've realized that it goes very, very slowly. So I'll see you guys whenever I'm done. Oh, and look at that. After what felt to be like 20 minutes, we now have a brand new amber crossbow in legendary rarity. And wow, this thing is absolutely beautiful. If I did it again, I would go ahead and put different rune upgrades on it. But you guys obviously saw how we came to get this far in the first place. So I'm not too worried about it. This alone should help quite a bit. Not only that, though, we're also going to go in with our sword, which again, I definitely would have enchanted differently had I known. But it'll still be better as it does have more damage now. I'll go ahead and do the same thing. Oh, wait, I didn't even mean to click on that one. I just wasted some earth crystals. Oops. I meant to do it with my pickaxe, which again is not fully upgraded, but obviously there is a timer on that portal and we got to get back over there. I'm still a little afraid because I do not have proper healing items still, but I'm forcing it, okay? Oh, and look who we just ran up on. I wonder if he can come explore with us. Oh my goodness, wait, he can. I'm actually going to give him one of my rifted swords and we're going to see if he can help us along our journey. Why not? Okay, so we've made it back to our storm portal. I'm very interested in seeing how much time we even have left here, and we have 7 minutes. Oh my goodness. I don't know if we can do this in 7 minutes, but we're gonna try our best, and we have our friend Turks alongside of us. So here goes nothing. Round 2 against the Storm King. We've landed. We're gonna take a nice little slurp juice, and here we go. We still unfortunately don't have destruction on any of our tools, which is the one thing that I actually kind of wanted, but we're gonna grind through it and see what we can do. Because off the bat, this legendary crossbow is absolutely insane, and look at the damage that it's doing when I actually hit my shots. I mean, this guy's basically a 4-hit, and yeah, that's actually, wow, wait, that's crazy. Okay, guys, so yes, confirmed you need these legendary tools if you want to make it far in this thing. I'm just going to be honest, without it, it's going to be so hard. And if you throw destruction on this, I know it'll be even crazier because, oh my goodness, that's almost a 1-hit headshot to him. And yeah, overall, we're just taking out mobs so much quicker with this. So just like that, we took down all of these, and we are on to the next wave. So yeah, we'll pull out our crossbow again, and we'll just start chipping away at these shards. My goodness, it's literally 5 shots to destroy the shard, and then a 1-shot headshot against that guy. No way. And I just realized that although this fight's easy, our villager did not come with us, and that's like the 3rd time it's kind of messed up. So I'm not sure if maybe there's something wrong with this, but at the same time, this crossbow kind of makes up for a little bit of that. There we go. We took out another wave. And oh my goodness, here we go. Is the Storm King about to actually spawn in? Yes, he is. There it is in all of his might, the legendary Storm King. And here we go. So I've done this fight once on the Lego Fortnite stream. I already kind of know how it works, but at the same time, it still doesn't change the fact that it is an absolutely epic battle. And here we are. We should start out by seeing his weak points, and from there, it's going to get pretty freaking crazy. Okay, and what is he going to do first? Oh, he's going to shoot a giant laser that we definitely need to avoid. Oh, and he's shooting another giant laser. Oh, and the weak points are opening. Okay, with our legendary crossbow, we just got to make sure we hit every single shot that we possibly can. Come on, we got to do damage. We got to do damage here. Yep. Oh my goodness. Okay, when he's shooting that laser, that's when he's going to be the most still, and we can definitely chip away. Nice. Okay, we took out one of his weak points. So far, so good. I'm kind of sweating already. I'm a little bit nervous, and no. Now he has 2 hands. What is he doing? Please. Oh my goodness, he's spawning shards. Great. So I think when he spawns these shards, the first thing we have to do is get rid of them, as well as these crawlers. Because these crawlers right here also just do a ton of damage, and they shoot laser orbs that will track you, which is not fun at all. And there goes the shard. Ow. Oh my goodness, wait, what? Weak points are up though, come on, let's get more. There's 1, 2. Ow. Oh, but he's stuck. Wait, he's stuck in the ground after that slam. No way, come on. There we go, another weak point down. In between these, I'm gonna try to eat some pizza because I need as many hearts as I possibly can get. Oh my goodness, no, what is going on? Okay, he's pulling up more shards, great. There's 1 gone. And there is Oh, wait. Never mind. Here is our second shard down. Oh, no. Okay, that hit us. But new weak point is up, so here goes nothing. Okay, when he ground pounds, that's when we got to attack. Yeah, look at that. Look at the damage we're doing to him. One more hit, maybe? Come on. Can we do it? Yes. Let's go. Okay, so we got that down, and we're getting rid of some of the acolytes. And wow, wait, what in the world? We got to get a Stormhorn now. Wait, why is he just kind of sitting there? What's going on? This is going to be the easiest Stormhorn of all time. One more hit, and there we go. One of his horns are down. Oh my goodness, this is getting intense. I got to eat a pizza. Please let me eat a pizza. Oh, I'm going to get hit. Oh my, wait, he's rifting a bunch of stuff from the sky. No. Avoid. Do not get hit by any of these. That'll take a lot of damage. We definitely know that much. Uh-oh. We're right under him. This does not look good. Bro, this is so chaotic. What is going on? Another shard, which means another opportunity to break them and also kind of upgrade our thing low-key. Because obviously we're trying to rift our sword, and this should help with that, but that's not the thing I'm most worried about right now. I'm just trying not to die again. Because you guys saw me at my worst when I already went down once, which is just not good. Here we go. Weak points are up again, starting with the one on his chest, which we should be able to take out here if he stays in the ground for long enough. Come on. Oh! Ow. All right, there's one shard. There's two shards. Oh no. Bro just knocked me off the map. Great. Bro, and it's every time I'm trying to eat a pizza, I just get hit off. Okay, but the weak point's up and he's stuck in the ground. One more shot, maybe. Yep, there we go. Bro, every time I try to eat a pizza. Okay, a few more shots to the weak point. We should be good here. Yes, there we go. And obviously between these is going to be an important time to heal, so we did that. And the Stormhorn is down again. Oh my goodness, come on. Can we do this quickly? A few more shots at the Stormhorn, and I think we can do this. Come on. One more? No, I missed it. Let's use the sword. Oh my goodness, something's happening. We took off both of his horns, and now it is officially the final battle. And what? Wait, the arena just got even smaller. Oh no, this is actually just getting so intense. So we just got to keep tearing away at his health, and if he spawns in more shards, which, great, he literally did that as soon as I said it. That's what I'm most scared about. I really don't like when he spawns in more acolytes. Ow. Oh, how did I dodge that? No way. Let's keep shooting at him. Come on. Oh my goodness, and he's stuck in the ground. Is there an opportunity to use the sword? Can we use the sword here? Oh yeah, we can. Come on, let's just hit him as much as we can. Come on. We're getting so much damage done to him. What the? Did he just throw me off of him? What was that? Ow. Oh no, we're getting so close though. We're getting so close to defeating the Storm King, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully we do not sell in the final moments, because that would be so unfortunate. Oh my goodness, that laser just does so much damage. Just keep doing damage. Never back down. We're doing it. Come on. I literally have 2 more of these smoothies that I've been using the entire time, so I really can't afford to do much else. And did we do it? We're 1 shot away, and no way. Did we do it? Let's go. Yes, we actually did it. With 1 smoothie left, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty sure that we just defeated the Storm King in solo expert mode. And oh my goodness, now I can take a deep breath and really settle down for a second, because wow, that was an intense fight. And I could not have done that without a legendary crossbow. Obviously, that was basically the only thing I used the entire time. So let's go ahead and open up our chest and see what the reward is. And without further ado, look at what is on the floor here. Let's go ahead and collect some of it first. We got 400 essence, a shattered fragment, greater storm core, and a storm crystal. We also got the recipe for a legendary. Oh my god. Okay, we're getting so much. I'm talking too fast. Let's slow it down. Let's look at what's on the floor, because there's a few very special items. First off, we got an emerald axe, which is nothing too crazy. But over here, we have the brand new Cyclone Pickaxe, as well as the Ruby Pickaxe, which are both brand new items, which you can only acquire, obviously, by defeating the Storm King. And wow, I did that with no villager. I did that with a green totem of return because I did not have enough time to make a blue one. I did it with a bunch of tropical smoothies, which basically just healed me as fast as possible. And yeah, although we were scuffed, we did get the brand new items, which I'm going to definitely pick up and store in my inventory. This is a mythic Pickaxe, which has a very, very cool ability, which if you don't know what it does yet, as you can see here, not only is it a pickaxe, but also you can charge this baby up and you could throw it like a boomerang and it'll come right back to you. This is useful not only for harvesting things, but also chaining together eliminations on enemies. So yeah, all around, this is one of the best tools, if not the best tool in the entire game. Along with that, we did get a ruby pickaxe, which looks very, very beautiful. We'll definitely be sure to upgrade these with essences properly because as you know, we came into this with a crossbow, which let's be real, didn't even have everything we wanted. If I did it again, I would definitely put destruction on my crossbow. That way I could destroy those rift shards way quicker. But let's return to the surface and get back up and figure out what's going on with all of these things because wow, man, that was so much fun. That was so intense. And ladies and gentlemen, drop a like for defeating the Storm King in expert mode. Obviously, we did get eliminated once, but you know what? I literally didn't even have proper tools, so that's on me. Either way, though, that is about it. We defeated the Storm King, and now we have so many fun new tools to play with. I'm immediately going to record my next video testing out the Cyclone Pickaxe and really getting a good understanding for all of the upgrades that are possible in this brand new Storm Chasers update. I don't want to leave you guys hanging though. Obviously, I'm going to use the Cyclone Pickaxe. So if you watched all the way until the end, you're in for a treat. So let's not forget to leave. Oh my goodness. I don't have 2 granite slabs to put down. Oh my goodness. That's actually so annoying. Okay. I was going to put down a bus station. Unfortunately, we can't. But anyway, let's go ahead and test out this brand new Cyclone Pickaxe, starting with the charging of... Ow. Okay, we're going to start with the charging ability. So let's charge it up and let's throw it at this rock here and see what happens. And no way. It literally just straight up harvests it. And it does give you the essence as well. So you can just walk around. You can charge this baby up. You could throw it and you'll just farm a bunch of resources like nothing. Along with that, though, I'm going to test out its damage against enemies without any upgrades to it. And let's see what it does. And wow. Okay. So yeah, it does damage, and obviously it's going to do more damage if you actually just wield it like a normal pickaxe. But if you're in a pinch, you can also go ahead and charge it up and throw it like a boomerang, and it will go ahead and in fact do all of those things like I already mentioned for you. Let's go ahead and test it against this ruby here and see if it'll harvest that. Obviously, ruby usually takes a few hits to get, but with this, it literally insta-farms it. Oh my goodness. Okay, far and away the best pickaxe in the entire game, and not only that, it also matches axe so perfectly. And today's adventure starts with me confessing that I have a problem. And I know what you might be thinking, Kaz, how do you have any problems? You literally just defeated the Storm King and you have the best items in the game. What could possibly be wrong? And to that, what I have to say is that all of the tools that I have in my possession right now, even the ones in these chests, have the same reoccurring issue. And it's if I open them and hover over their enchantments, you can see that they are not the best upgrades that I could possibly have. And I mean, not even close. Look at this one. It's probably the best out of all of them. And as you can see, it literally has Berserk 2 on it. That ain't gonna cut it. When I took down the Storm King in yesterday's video, the Storm King gave me about 400 essence. So we're gonna go ahead and craft some new tools, take them over to the Rune Forge, and then obviously the Legendary Forge afterwards. I've seen a lot of comments from people still confused a little bit about the crafting and upgrading after this update. And some people have actually been pointing out that they don't enjoy the changes. And honestly, I'm the complete opposite way. I absolutely love the changes, and I feel like there's just so much more customizability. So yeah, I'm gonna be taking you through all of that today in case you're still a little confused. Anyway, that's a lot of talking. Let's actually get to it. The first thing that I'm gonna do is grab some sapphire, and I'm also gonna go ahead and grab some gold. And the reason these 2 resources in particular are important are for this reason right here. If we go ahead and add sapphire as the blade, and then we use gold as the hilt, you'll see that it actually allows you to put 4 different rune slots on it. And to my knowledge, after testing every single resource in the game, this is basically the only way to get 4 rune slots after the update. Not only that, it's the same amount of damage as any of the other resources, so it's not even like you're losing out on anything. Let's go ahead and craft ours. And now that we have this beautiful blue and gold sword, we're gonna take it right over here to our Rune Forge, and we're just gonna go crazy. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is durability. Now let's go ahead and roll and hopefully get lucky. Ooh, we actually got luck. Do I want that? I'm trying to figure out what I actually want. And you know what? I'm actually gonna take luck because it will be really useful with these new mobs. They do drop some useful loot, and yeah, we definitely want as much of that as possible. Obviously, next we're taking damage. And for the last one, let's see what we can get. This is one of the first tools we've ever had where we can actually put 4 unique essences on it. Essences? I actually don't know. It's probably essence, but yeah, who knows? And I'm wondering if it's possible to get destruction on a sword. Oh, wait, it is. Okay, we're gonna do destruction as the last one. And if you're wondering why I chose destruction, it's because you can actually use this to destroy the shards that spawn up in the storm biomes. And yeah, if we enter the Tempest Gateway again and we fight the Storm King, this will definitely be our sword of choice. But we're not done yet, because next we're taking it over to the Legendary Forge, and we went ahead and rifted it. That didn't change it to a legendary item, and if you're wondering why, if we zoom in on the health bar for it, you can see that it's completely depleted. And that's completely normal. Basically, what you have to do after using the Legendary Forge is just simply go out and use the sword. To do an example, I'm not going to kill the sheep. I'm going gonna go ahead and fight this cursed wolf instead. And as we swing, if you zoom in on the tool itself, you'll see that it's getting this nice little pulse effect every single time I hit something. And just like that, we eliminated the cursed wolf. Basically, what that pulse effect means is that every time you're using the tool, it's actually progressing the rifted state itself. So opening up the tool, you can now see that the bar is just that little bit filled out. You know, we still got a lot of work to do, and it does take a while to get this to transform into a legendary. But spoiler alert, once you fill up the entire bar with usage, it will turn into a legendary tool. And you can go ahead and use this on absolutely anything. So if I just wanted to break down a bunch of wood and bushes and other things like that, it would still count as that progression. So I'm not going to grind all of that out right now. We're going to go back to home base because that would be ridiculous to do. But through the course of this video, we're definitely going to get this thing to legendary, and I'm going to show off all of its power. And while we're not done with all of our tools yet for this video, there's not much more I could do right now, considering I only have one rift crystal, and that's the item that you're going to need for the legendary forge to get these items to legendary, of course. It costs 3 of them to transform one into a legendary tool, and only having one means I cannot make a crossbow and upgrade it to get that process started. So basically what that means is that we're set up to do the first task of this video, and that's going to be, of course, getting some rift crystals. Could you have guessed it based off of what I was just talking about? I hope you could have, but anyway, that's what we're doing. We're going to go ahead and clear our inventory and get started. So let's freaking go. I'm actually so excited to keep grinding this update. It's been so much fun, but let's go find ourselves the storm. And we have finally found ourselves a brand new storm. If I open up my map, you can see that this is an area that I've never even been to before, but honestly, it's absolutely perfect because that means we can just get a ton of resources from here. And if you didn't remember, let's just play with all of the brand new tools that I got after defeating the Storm King. And already this pickaxe is just going to be so much fun to mess with. Let's see what we can do to one of these acolytes though. Okay, we're going to aim at him. We're going to throw it and... oh. Okay, wait, it only did 7 damage. Let's try it again. Maybe that was just a fluke. One more time. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, okay. 7 damage. You know what? I think the sword might be just a little bit better. So I guess we're using the sword. And honestly, that's probably what I should be doing anyway, since I need to get it rifted. We do, of course, have an objective, and it is to get more rift crystals. So I think the best way to do that is actually just going to be by going through the entire cave and finding our way to the Thunderlord at the end. We're jumping into this head first, and guys, last time I did one of these, it was an absolute struggle, and I really had to lock in full focus. So I'm excited to see what the difference will be today with all of the new tools that we have. I feel like it's honestly going to be a walk in the park, but we're going to see momentarily. And these crawlers are usually the ones that are really annoying. So let's see how many shots it'll take to kill one of these. And oh my goodness, just 4. Probably even less if I hit more headshots. But yeah, between all of these things, I have a feeling this is going to be a whole lot easier. And my goodness, we just got 2 Eyes of the Storm from one single acolyte. And I'm pretty sure the only reason that happens is because we have luck on this sword. So yeah, once again, it's going to be so nice to have a fully upgraded legendary sword with luck, along with, of course, all those other enchantments as well. But like I said, let's just go ahead and get through a few rounds of this cave. But look at that, 2 rift crystals from a single acolyte on the first level of this cave. This is one of the hardest resources to get, to my knowledge, obviously, besides the things that the Storm King drops. But yeah, really nice to see we got some of those early. Anyway, let's keep it pushing. What in the world was that? Bro, how does that even happen? The guy was like blocked between 2 other rollers and then he hit me twice. What? I literally thought I was invincible and then I just got humbled so hard. Wow, okay. Well, we're back at our base eating pizza and now we no longer have a totem of return. And I'm actually very broke right now and this is all I can afford. So a common totem of return is gonna have to do. Don't judge me. Okay, and between this cut and the last one, I literally just had to run over 5,000 meters because my closest bus station was destroyed. So I'm not gonna make that same mistake again and we're gonna drop a bus station. But yeah, honestly, the events that just went down are super embarrassing and don't worry, I'm not gonna die again in this video, I promise you that. And by saying that, I also just put a lot of pressure on myself. So here we go again. I didn't die, but that was so dumb. I just got blocked in midair. I feel like I've gone through so many layers of this cave. The last one has to be the Thunderlord. It just has to be, right? Here we go. Let's see. And is it? Oh, wait. Defeat the Stormwild Brute duo. Wait, what? There's more to this update than I even knew. Whoa, wait, a brute duo? First off, don't even know what that means. And oh my, oh, it's literally just actually a duo of brutes. Okay. Super random, and I did not expect that at all. No way that hits. No way that, okay, yeah. I might have just landed in the best spot ever, to be honest with you. Little pro tip for the people watching. All you gotta do is land on one of these if you get the brutes, and you should be good. I mean, maybe he'll hit me eventually, but for now, we're chilling. Oh my goodness, yeah, there's no way he can even do anything to us. And this brute duo is literally about to make me fall asleep. And you know what? I guess I could stop being lame and actually drop down there. So let's send it. Let me just reload. Here we go. Let's see what we can do. I already hit them quite a bit, so it shouldn't be that hard. But for the final challenge, we got to take down the brute duo. And there's number one. And I mean, this crossbow just gives them no chance. Like, look at this thing's damage. 38 damage for a headshot, and it shoots like instantly. Yep, just like that. After taking down the Storm King, this just feels like light work, if I'm being honest. But just a few more hits, and we should be good to go. Let's go ahead and use the sword just to get it. Back to the Storm Chasers base camp we are. Feels like we were just here, huh? And after a little bit of preparation, we're right back in the thick of it, as our good friend KSI once said. But let's get inside, and hopefully, let's actually finish this thing once and for all. I promise you, after having these tools, I'm making this look a lot harder than it should be. But anyway, it's time to teleport. And now I'm wondering if I'm actually gonna have to redo this fight from scratch, and it looks like I am. Okay, so 2 Stormwild Brutes once again. This time we're not gonna make the same mistake, and you know what? We're gonna start the fight by standing up here to see if it works again. And yeah, no, they still can't hit me. That's insane. Okay, so there's one down. And he should be pretty close to being eliminated, so let's go ahead and do this. Oh, okay, that did not work. But here we are, we're down on the ground, and we should be able to take him out with our crossbow here, just like that. So we acquired ourselves some brute scales, and wow, we actually got 2 frost brute scales and 2 normal brute scales. What a come up that is. But along with that, we also have a chest. Let's go ahead and open this and see what we get. We're gonna get some rift crystals, which is amazing. We got what looks to be, what is that musket? We also got a sapphire sphere and a storm rune tome. Hopefully this one gives us a level 3 essence, and let's see, it's force 3. Okay, brand new upgrade that we're definitely gonna have to check out. But first, let's collect all of these that I missed. Let's go ahead and get back home. I would say that was successful, even though I died twice. Let's just forget it even happened. And even after all that fighting, one thing you might notice is that my new sword is still not ready to be rifted yet. It looks to be about 75% of the way there, but that's not cutting it. We're gonna put some stuff away, and then we're gonna get right back out there and upgrade this thing fully. And what in the world do we have here? Look at this thing, the Storm Charm. It's our first legendary charm in the game. It gives us +4 hearts and +3 armor, and it looks very similar to the rare one in the fact that it reduces damage taken from storm energy attacks. And you know what? I actually have everything I need in order to build this, including the Shatterhorn fragment, which I believe you get from the Storm King himself. Yeah, I have it right here. So let's go ahead and craft one of those. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, our first legendary charm in all of Lego Fortnite Odyssey. And throwing it on, it's actually going to be quite a big difference because we just got 2 more hearts and obviously all of these storm effects. So we can essentially stop all of the damage that we get there. And I mean, our character is just so much more upgraded than we were before the update. We have a mythic Cyclone Pickaxe. We have the Sapphire Sword, which I'm actually about to go upgrade right now to legendary. We have the crossbow here. We have our legendary charm, and you guys get the point. We are just up right now. Anyway, time to use up all the rest of the durability on this sword. So let's go ahead and get into that because it might take a minute. And there we go. We just made light work out of a brute. And just a fun little pro tip, if you guys are following along in my footsteps doing the same thing, you can still harvest trees with a sword. And it might end up being helpful for some of you guys as you're trying to chip away at that durability. And oh my goodness, we are getting so close. And it should just be a few more hits. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we did it. Oh, look at this sword. No way, bro. Okay, hang on. It's dark outside. We're just gonna sleep in the middle of nowhere. It doesn't really matter. I need to see this thing in the daylight. And for the grand reveal of our brand new legendary sapphire sword, this is what we got. Let's check out the stats and see what it looks like. Okay, so we got quite a bit of damage, good durability, some knockback and speed. One thing I'm unsure about after this update is whether these things last forever or whether they'll break. And as you can see with my crossbow here, it's almost on the brink of breaking. So to myth bust that, we're actually just gonna go ahead and do this live on video. So yeah, we've done enough time lapses in this video, but I'm just gonna shoot this thing until it's about to break, and I'll see you guys when that happens. And, oh my goodness, it has more durability than I thought. Okay, this thing should be breaking at any moment now, so let's go ahead and rifle off a few more shots, and we can see what happens when it gets to the end of its health. We'll just shoot a few at this, and any second now. Come on. I actually want this thing to break. Wow, okay, so it does actually fully break. That makes a lot of sense. If they were infinite, it would be very, very overpowered. So, there you have it. If you didn't know, all of these legendary tools will end up breaking. Obviously, it does take a long time for them to, but if you're gonna go ahead and use these tools to fight enemies, just be conscious of the fact that they will not regenerate health like the lightsabers or anything like that. Good to know. Anyway, jumping right back into the grind, as you can see, we crafted ourselves a brand new crossbow. We're using our favorite combo at the moment, which is gonna be sapphire with this gold stock. The reason we do that is because this combination allows us, of course, again, to get 4 different rune slots. So let's get right over here to our rune forge and upgrade this bad boy. And the first thing we can see is that force is available now. This is one of the brand new runes, and it says that it increases knockback, which is cool, but definitely not what we really want. We're gonna be looking for damage, of course. We'll also go ahead and throw luck on this one so we can get more drops, durability so we can have this for as long as possible, and lastly, we're gonna go ahead and throw on destruction 3. That way we can destroy the shards and anything else that we shoot at, and just like that, we have our endgame crossbow. But we're not done there, because obviously there's one more step in the process, which is brand new with the Storm Chasers update. That's gonna require us to grab some of these rift crystals that we acquired. We'll go over here to the legendary forge and apply them straight to this sapphire crossbow, and once again, this thing is rifted, which means we just have to use it a bunch, and then eventually it will become legendary, just like this sword. I'm gonna save that for my next video though, and guys, the content is not slowing down anytime soon. There's still so much to discover in the Storm Chasers update. So if you enjoyed this video and you made it all the way until the end, comment cheese and also subscribe if you're somehow not already. I appreciate you guys watching all the way until the end of this one though. This update is so much fun, and yeah. Right after this video, I'm gonna start filming my next one, so turn on notifications so you don't miss it. In the next one, just to give you guys a little bit of a flash forward, we're probably gonna be going back here to the Tempest Gateway and encountering the Storm King for a second battle.
Today's adventure brings us right back to our Storm Chasers village, where first off, we honestly just have to tear it down. And there's still more to grab, but I'm out of inventory space. And one thing I gotta say off the bat, the Storm Chasers update cooked for a lot of reasons, but one specifically is the fact that now we can carry 40 things in our backpacks. Just absolutely insane work by the team, and honestly, this kind of changes the game. And with the magic of editing, we have now fast forwarded to a point where I've actually organized absolutely everything in my possession. We added even more of these gem chests for overflow loot. And yeah, this is the start of our brand new village that we're gonna work on later, but let's get to the fun stuff. Because in today's video, we have a lot to do, including visiting the Storm King and probably defeating him for the second time. With that, we're obviously gonna test out our brand new crossbow that we made at the end of last video. If you don't remember, this one has damage, luck, durability, and destruction, and it is also rifted. So hopefully by the end, we'll also see the legendary version of this. Not only that though, we have our brand new sword, and looking at the upgrades on this one, it's equally as exciting. And last but not least, we have our charms as well, with the health charm, a storm charm, and the totem of return. In other words, I'm absolutely stacked, and we're gonna go ahead and hunt down all of the most dangerous bosses in all of the Storm Chasers update after we do one quick thing, and that's make ourselves a pickaxe. Because some of you might remember this, but last video I actually got the mythic pickaxe from the Storm King when I defeated him for the first time, but the durability on it wasn't that good, and it's already gone. Yeah, it broke off camera, which is kind of crazy. But for that reason, we got to visit the Storm King so we can see what loot we get, and hopefully it's the pickaxe, but if not, obviously it's not the end of the world, because we're gonna craft our dream pickaxe right now. And just like that, we have an epic pickaxe with all of our favorite runes, but there's still one more thing to do. And there we go. It's now rifted as well, which means after we're done using all of the durability on it, it'll go ahead and make itself a legendary pickaxe. But our inventory is looking nice and crisp, so let's get on for our first adventure. And in case you were wondering where this first adventure is taking us, we can look straight ahead and see the Storm King Mountain. I mean, it's pretty hard to miss. But yeah, basically the first thing we're doing in today's video is gonna be defeating the Storm King, or I mean, hopefully we can defeat the Storm King. As you can tell, I've been hyping up my inventory quite a bit. Just by simply grinding rift crystals, you'll be able to get everything that I have here. And hopefully by defeating the Storm King this time around, I'll also help prove to you guys that you guys can probably do it on your own as well. And the overpowered tools should definitely help you. But I just realized I think I forgot the Eye of the Storm. Wow, I thought I was fully prepared, but I forgot the first thing that we needed. All right, but we made it here once again, and this time around, we are fully prepared to go ahead and deposit 10 Eyes of the Storm. We'll drink a quick tropical shake, and we will get down into the Tempest Gateway. 59 minutes on the clock, and that should be more than enough time to take down the Storm King. Guys, drop a like on the video before I hit the ground, and your next fight against the Storm King will be very, very good. I don't make the rules. Just go ahead and drop a like. But anyway, here we go. V2 on defeating the Storm King. I'm a little bit behind on this. I probably should have fought him a little bit more than just once by this point. He's been in the game for about a week, but here goes nothing. Attempt number 2, and this time around, like I said, we've got our inventory, we've got all the destruction tools we'll ever need, and it's just time to see how they all kick in. And right off the bat, I don't know if you guys saw that, but I did just destroy one of the shard spawners in, I think, 1 or 2 hits. Absolutely insane. But there's a lot we gotta do here, because obviously the Storm King brings with him a ton of mobs. The first thing that we should always do when fighting the Storm King is prioritize the spawner for those mobs, because then obviously no more of them will actually spawn in through the fight until obviously he spawns in more shards. But at least for the time being, we'll clear out the area. And I think the thing to target the most is definitely going to be these crawler type guys, because they are so annoying and they beam you as well. But yeah, definitely focus on these shards and take these out as fast as possible. There's 1. And there's number 2. Once again, destruction just kicked in there, and that is absolutely perfect for what we're trying to do. And there we go. Spawning more shards already. Let's see if we can take these out pretty quickly. There's 1. Oh my goodness, I just one-hit the shard. Guys, get destruction on your tools. It might just be super OP. We shouldn't get too ahead of ourselves though, because there's still a long fight ahead. You can't deny that this is an absolutely incredible start. And here we go. Let's see if the Storm King will actually pop out of this, and it looks like he's going to. So now it feels like we're actually getting into attempt number 2 in the Storm King fight. Here goes nothing. All right, here we go. And he's starting by shooting a laser, which we can dodge. And the weak point is open. So just like this, we can off the bat just start absolutely destroying him with our crossbow. It's obviously super important to get projectiles when you're fighting him, because without them, you're basically cooked. I don't know what you would do. But yeah, when he shoots that laser ball, you can just go ahead and aim at his chest. And then when he ground pounds like this, you also have a great opportunity to get up close and personal. But there we go. We already destroyed his first weak point, and now he's probably going to bring some spawners out of the ground. And yeah, what do you know? Here they are. Let's see if we can break them with our sword real quick. And there's number 1. Ow. And there is shard number 2. After you destroy the shards, obviously make sure you're focusing on the enemies and not the Storm King. And there we go. Eliminated all the enemies. Now it's time to focus on the weak point again. And oh my goodness, I'm going crazy, bro. My aim is absolutely cracked. Come on, 1 more hit. Can we get it? Oh my goodness, we just did it with a sword. Okay. And every time you break one of his weak points, just be prepared, because he's just gonna pull up more spawners, and it's gonna get more and more crazy every single time. But here goes nothing. Once again, just gonna break 1. There's number 2. That was actually a pretty easy round. Once again, all we got is his weak point. Oh my goodness. Ah, and there we go. Okay, and after a long bit of grinding, we are officially in the final boss battle against the Storm King himself. He's got no more horns and no more weak points. It's just me versus him, and maybe he'll spawn in more enemies. I actually don't even know. But in this part of the battle, all you really got to do is just run in circles and not stand still for any amount of time. And yep, here come the rift shards. All right, first thing we got to do is just make sure we break all of these. So there's number 1. And hopefully this is the last spawner we're gonna have to break, because my goodness, have we broken a lot. But there is the last one. And yeah, now it's just us versus the Storm King. Let's see what we can do. Ow. Oh no, I just fell off. Oh my goodness. I just realized that there was literally a guy shooting arrows at me that entire time. But we are getting very, very close, and as you can see, just by running in these circles, we have really just done so much damage to this guy, and he stands really no chance at this point. I don't want to speak too soon because I jinxed myself quite a bit on this channel, but honestly, at this point, if I lose, it's all my fault. And he ground pounded, and just like that, we can finish him off with 1 last crossbow shot, and we got to be a little careful because I still think we might be able to take damage, but yeah, that was light work. There we go. And now the question is, what are we going to get from the Storm King this time around? Because for our second time, we officially defeated the Storm King. But the real special stuff comes when we open this chest here. And when we do, let's see what we get. We're going to get the Shatterhorn Fragment, obviously. That's going to be this new piece that's going to allow us to craft stuff. But on top of that, we also got the Thunderclap Blade. That is exactly what we were looking for. Obviously, we got the pickaxe last time. And this time around, we have the new sword. So opening this thing up and looking at it right off the bat, you can see it says a mighty mythical sword formed from the fragments of the Storm King's horn. Hold attack to charge and release attacks of devastating storm energy. So if I hold this down, you can see that it'll charge up just like this, and you can actually spin and throw storm energy. Obviously, we're going to be testing that one out quite a bit in this video later. And you know, honestly, it's probably a good time to try this one out. All right, and here goes nothing. We have a bear in our sights. Let's go ahead and charge it up all the way and throw this thing. And oh, wait. That did like no damage at all. Maybe we gotta get closer. Let's try this again. All right, we're up close and personal with a bear. We're gonna go ahead and swing this thing, and you know, it does a little bit more damage. I don't really know. Hang on. Oh, this does 23 though. And hang on, you can swing this fast. Wait, I don't know about the charging one, but this little jump critical attack is actually kind of insane. Look at the damage we're doing to a bear here, and I almost just died. I was on 2 hearts. That could have been really bad. A lot of times when I'm recording these videos, I don't think things through all the way. Luckily, that one worked out. And oh my goodness, this thing's actually kind of insane when you jump crit. So you know what? I kind of like this Thunderclap Blade. Also, it really matches my character. So that's definitely also a positive. But it'll be nice to pocket this thing and honestly save some of the durability on this sword here. We'll come back to our precious Sapphire sword later on. But I think we're going to have some fun with the Thunderclap Blade until it breaks. Anyway, our journey next leads us to Raven's Castle, where we're gonna go ahead and show off a pretty cool tip. If I open up my inventory, you can see that I have 9 Rift Crystals, which yes, I actually stopped by home before I started this segment to grab every single Rift Crystal I had. But a really fun fact about Raven's Castle, if you didn't already know, is that they actually hold a lot of Rift Crystals in here for completely free. All you gotta do is come up to any of these little shard containers here and just break them. Wait. I think I gotta maybe break the floor. Oh, there we go. Okay, we learned that one together, but as you can see, we just got 6 Rift Crystals just from breaking that floor. If we break this one as well, we'll get a few more. Yep, we got 1 more there. And this continues into the higher levels of this castle as well. Obviously, do this at your own risk because you're gonna be breaking Raven's little castle here. And obviously, it is a really cool looking castle, so breaking it isn't that fun. But if you're in a bind for some Rift Crystals, like I honestly kind of am, it's a really convenient way to get them. Before I go inside of Raven's Castle, there is a brute down here, and I have this Thunderclap Blade, and once again, we're trying to test this thing out. So let's see what it does against a Grasslands Brute. And not only is this a Grasslands Brute, it's also Stormwild. So here goes nothing. And you know what? I must say, I am not a fan of charging this thing up. It's way too slow, especially against something like a brute. This fight's going just fine, don't get me wrong. I do have to take a lot of different heals because I keep getting hit because this thing goes so slow. So yeah, I don't know if I'd fully recommend the charging one, at least with fighting something like a brute. So let's see what we can do here. Like, it's just so slow. More than anything, I think the best thing to do here is just gonna be this jump slam attack with it. And in just a hit or two, we should be good. And just like that, there we go. We took down our brute. Unfortunately, I think along the way in that fight, I realized this thing is good, but it's nothing too crazy. Honestly, I think the Cyclone Pickaxe is a little bit better. And you know, I've used the Cyclone Pickaxe for an entire use until it broke. So I feel like I've already gotten a proper gauge on both of them. Don't get me wrong, both of them are definitely fun, but your mileage may vary. And also these tools are just kind of random and inconsistent because they do break so fast. If anyone from Lego Fortnite is watching, please increase the durability of these because yeah, I literally fought 1 brute and it's already almost like 75% of the way broken. Maybe I'm being dramatic, but seriously, Epic, please fix. Anyway, arriving back home, I feel like it's time to actually celebrate our accomplishment since we've already defeated the Storm King twice and we honestly haven't even got to sit back and enjoy it. There is a fun little build in the game that you do get if you didn't know. If you go over to your sculptures tab after defeating the Storm King, you can scroll down a bit and you will find the Storm King trophy, which I still need 8 obsidian slabs for. Okay, and there we go. We put down our Storm King trophy and it is looking absolutely beautiful. Little fun fact, when I was at Lego HQ in Denmark last week, after defeating the Storm King on the Lego Fortnite live stream, they actually gave me a physical Lego Fortnite Storm King trophy, just like this one that you're seeing here. You know, you're seeing the other one on screen and these look exactly the same. So shout out to Lego Fortnite Fortnite for that gift. But sitting around this village, you can see that, wait, actually, it's not even technically a village yet because I don't even have a village square down, which brings us into the next part of this video, establishing a village and establishing a brand new home in Lego Fortnite, which is going to be right here. We're going to start on this hill, and then we're eventually going to build a whole village across the way out there. So it'll be a giant, vast area with just tons of builds surrounding it. But before we get started with any of it, we obviously got to sleep because the nighttime is scary and I don't like it. But it's daytime, it's the morning, and here goes nothing. And after quite a bit of grinding, as you can see from the hill below, this is looking pretty solid. So we got these double staircases that lead up to the grand entrance, which will take us up the hill essentially. And honestly, I think this looks really nice. And it's still missing a ton of little details like lighting and railing and other decor items. But for now, we're kind of just laying the blueprint. And walking up this thing, we have this balcony area, which also looks very, very nice. But there's so much more to look at because obviously we sold all of our storage out here. But over here, we began a brand new building. Again, all the railings and walkways are going to look much better, and they're going to kind of be filled out with decorations in these empty patches. Like I said, we're just getting started. So coming over here to this building, you can see that it's a one-story building from this angle. But when you go ahead and open up the front door, you can notice that there's a ginormous staircase that you can't miss, which will lead you to the bottom level. So this is actually a two-story building, and looking at it again from the outside, you can see how cool this looks. Obviously, there's still a ton of work to do, including adding a roof. But before adding that roof, I think I'm going to finish the bottom because as you can see, there's actually a staircase poking out of it. It's kind of a DIY project, so it had to be built like that. So in order to fix for that, we're gonna go ahead and add these foundation pieces here, which actually just got added to survival worlds with the update. These have been in sandbox forever, but it's super nice to finally have these ginormous foundation pieces here. And as you can see here, this is honestly the perfect solution to fit this staircase in because you can no longer see it if I just snap some builds like this and then cover the bottom. Man, and if you guys have been watching the channel recently, you'll know that I do not do builds nearly as much as I should, and it's always so much fun. Just filling in this bottom part was so satisfying, and yeah, taking a step away now, you can see that it's a little more bolstered and it looks more sturdy. Obviously, we're gonna go ahead and add support beams as well, and you know what? Let's just do that now. One thing I will say is that all these pillars that I'm using are part of the brand new Lego Pass, which is actually a really good Lego Pass. There's so many different things in it that have helped me build, honestly, a lot of these builds today. Purple checkered floor, these beams, and honestly, probably a lot more that I don't even know. Pretty sure those railings might even be part of it. I have no clue. Either way, yeah, shout out the Lego Pass. And taking a step back one more time and looking at this now, you can see that it definitely looks a little bit nicer. I'm thinking I might actually make these pillars stone or granite, but that'll be off camera probably. At least for now, we have some sort of build here. And like I said, all the details will come in future videos. And if you think I built all of this for nothing, then you're definitely wrong. I mean, this spot here actually serves no purpose, so maybe you're a little bit right about that one, but this building here was built for a very specific reason. So if we come back over here, right over to our gem chest, you'll see that now there's nothing inside of any of them. And yes, you could probably guess it. The room behind us over there is a storage room. Let me go ahead and take you guys inside and show you everything that's down there, because on the surface, there's still nothing, but the second you descend to the lower level, you'll be met with so many gem chests. And as you can see, this is just the start. Obviously, we haven't really decorated anything. I'm gonna throw a lot more on the walls, and I'm probably gonna remove these flames for something else. But actually, you know what? Let me show you what's inside of these chests. Also, it's kind of awkward that there's random things just hovering, so we don't need blue tools anymore. But coming over here to the first wall, you can see that we have 3 amber chests and 3 emerald chests, and everything in this room is built color-coded. There's a reason for that, and I'll talk about it in a little bit. But first off, these amber chests are here because they kind of resemble wood, and inside of all of them are gonna be all of our different strains of wood. So we have all the woods themselves, we have rods, planks, and basically every derivative of wood. Along with that, we also have any other common materials like glass and plastoid. That's going to be a recurring theme, and I'm not going to explain every single one. But coming up here to this green chest, you can see that we have all of our uncommon stuff. So all of our marbles and granite along with everything else in there. Then coming to our next wall, we do have some blue chests, which are going to contain blue items, aka the rare items in the game. That's going to be most of our metals here. And then right above it, we have all of our gems. And of course, we have 2 chests for each of these. And these are still unfilled because there's still a lot of work to do and a lot of things to collect. This is just the start of our collection, and it's going to keep us super organized, which is definitely satisfying. Anyway, next up, we have a lamp, which divides these chests from the rest of them, and these chests over here are going to be for some of the more useless items. And by that, I mean we've got textiles over here, so things like feathers and fertilizer and egg. But moving along the wall, we actually have more useful stuff. So here's all of our mob loot, and then in here is all of our food, and we're down bad. We have no food. But finally, with this storage solution, we're going to be able to go out and collect absolutely everything, and then just bring it right back down here, and everything will finally have a home. We're not done yet, though, because coming to this back side, you're going to see that we have 4 more gem chests, along with these 2 amber ones. The amber one here is going to hold all of our projectiles on the bottom, and then on top, it's going to be all of our charms. And you could probably guess what's inside of these. We have all of our tools sorted by gem rarity. So if I open this ruby one, you'll see that we have all of our ruby tools. Over here, we have all of our amber tools. In the emerald one, we're going to have emerald tools, and you guys get the point. Sapphire right here with all of our sapphire stuff. And I never really record at night, but I need to show you guys this, and at night, it looks absolutely gorgeous. So if you don't know, this is the building that we started at the end of yesterday's video. The entry level is completely empty, as well as the upper level. But if we go down below, you'll see we have all of our brand new storage organized in these gem chests, and they're also completely organized by rarity and color. The nice thing with this is you can actually go ahead and use the transfer feature, and it'll detect any items in your inventory that match with the items in the chest. And with that, it makes it super quick to deposit everything. We're still working on the armory section, but over here we have all of our tools separated by gem type as well. So we got our sapphire, ruby, emerald, and our ambers. Anyway, the reason that I'm even bringing this room up is because this room allows me to really go on any adventures that I want, since I finally have real storage and all of my items are in place. Before this, everything was just a scrambled mess, so this definitely makes things a little bit easier. And as we continue to build out this area, our next step is just going to be to place down a village square. And for the time being, I'm just going to do it here, and the reason I'm doing it so rushed is because, as you can see, there's wolves that spawn around here, there's obviously tons of spiders, there's skeletons, and so much more. And the reason for that is because if you don't have a village square down, it'll just spawn enemies everywhere. But this should help prevent that. But now that we've got a proper home base, it's time to take on the challenge that I'm sure a lot of you clicked on this video for, and it's going to be that 5th expert mode trophy. And our journey for this trophy today actually takes us over to Lost Isles. Now, some of you might actually have this and not even know how, and others of you might not, like myself. But as we go over to Lost Isles, I'll explain exactly how to get it. But first off, obviously, you're going to just go ahead and use a bus station and find your Lost Isles destination. Mine is barely explored because obviously I lost my expert mode world, and this is a brand new world. And oh my goodness, hold on. Landing over here, we already have a village started, and I completely forgot about that. But the first step of getting this expert mode trophy in Lost Isles is going to be to go ahead and upgrade a village to level 10. And I'm currently at level 9 already, so I skipped a lot of the progression. But as you can see by my inventory, all the loot on the bottom side are things you need to upgrade your village to level 10. Unfortunately, I didn't bring enough gold. Oh, that's pretty cool. And we're back once again to finish off this village, and it looks like I actually need to put down more grills. And there we go. We got our level 10 village in Lost Isles, but that's not it. Next, we need to go find a golem, and not just any golem, a storm wild golem. And then after defeating him and coming back and interacting with this village, we should in theory have a 5th trophy unlocked. Because right now we have 4, but very soon we'll have 5. Let's go find a golem. And in case you're following along and trying to search for a storm wild golem yourself, there's a few places that they can actually be, including caves. There's specific caves dedicated to spawning golems and brutes, so be on the lookout for those. But the way I'm gonna do it, and probably the most surefire way to do it, especially in a world that's unexplored like mine, is gonna be going up to the islands. Oh, wait. Actually, no, he's not storm wild. Thought we had him there, but nope. But yeah, the islands up there all spawn a golem, so we'll have to check that out. And here we are. We've landed on the part of the island that should have a golem spawn, and here is to hoping that he's storm wild. Please be storm wild. And he is not storm wild. Unlucky. No way. I just got a sand brute scale out of that chest. That's crazy. Well, this one wasn't storm wild, but he did fall off the island, so that was some easy loot. But where is this storm wild golem? Oh, and there he is. Okay, we have finally found ourselves a storm wild golem. It took a minute, and oh my goodness. Okay, let's pretend like that didn't happen. Oh my goodness, dude. What? Okay, whatever. Luckily, we had a handy-dandy totem of return, but that's still super embarrassing. The next cut is going to be me actually defeating the thing. And all right, chat, I think we actually did it this time, and there it is. Defeat a Stormwild Golem, quest complete. And as you can see now, all we gotta do is interact with our level 10 Lost Isles village, and then we can celebrate with a nice little trophy. Anyway, I made that a lot harder than it needed to be, but let's go ahead and open up the chest inside of the beast den, and we do get some good stuff. Again, I'm super happy they finally buffed chests in this new update. Anyway, let's get home. And arriving back to home base, we can go ahead and interact with our village square, and when we come out of the screen, we see that we have completed the quest and unlocked the new decor bundle. So let me know in the comments if you guys already knew about this, because like I said at the beginning, I had no idea this was even a thing. And going over to our decorations and our sculpture tab and scrolling down a little bit, we have it right here. And it does require some, wait, what? Did this just break our game? What is going on? Okay, let's go back and grab the resources. I have no idea what I just witnessed. And getting back home, we can go ahead and place down our Lost Isles What is going on? What is going on with this game tonight? This should work. Let's just throw it down. Okay, yeah, that worked. All right, no idea what's going on tonight, but again, look at this trophy. It matches my character beautifully. And comparing it to the Storm King trophy, which again, what is this glitch? I don't really know. The Storm King trophy is a little bit of a darker blue, whereas this one here is definitely more light, has some pastel tones to it, and it looks really, really nice. So yeah, if you didn't know that existed, then definitely go fight the Stormwild Golem after upgrading your village in Lost Isles and get your hands on that trophy today. But we're not done in today's video, because like I said in the intro, next we're gonna go ahead and defeat the Storm King. And what happened off camera is my crossbow actually rifted into a legendary crossbow. So as you can see, we've got a juicy looking crossbow here with a lot of damage. I'm excited to use that against the Storm King. But first, let's clear our inventory and get ready. And here we are, we've got our inventory, and believe it or not, instead of using the Thunderclap blade here, we're gonna go ahead and use our legendary Sapphire sword. Reason for that is the Sapphire sword has damage, durability, and destruction on it, whereas this one has absolutely no upgrades. And I think we're ready to go, but first off, we do see Tomato Head here, and I have a great idea. I think with this village, I'm only gonna use characters that are not humans, so we already have Lizik here. He or she is absolutely adorable, and I just love this NPC, so we're also gonna take Tomato Head. So we'll tell him to live here. Oh, wait. We gotta upgrade our village. Okay. Attempt number 2. Let's upgrade our village. And now let's tell him to live here. Let's tell him we have a bed for him. And we still don't have enough room for him. Okay. 3rd time's the charm, question mark. Let's see if it works this time. Yes, we have a bed for you. Amazing. So we got Tomato Head and Lizik, and this village is just gonna continue to fill up with non-human Lego Fortnite villagers. And it should be pretty cool when it all comes together. Let's go ahead and pay the price of entry. And not only that, we also brought our friend here. And before we get into this battle, we gotta give him, oh, never mind. He doesn't even want to talk. So let's just get inside. And now we should be able to give him, okay, there we go. Let's take this and we're gonna give him a Sapphire Spear. Now he's locked and loaded, and he should be able to help us defeat the Storm King. Anyway, we're gonna play through this pretty quickly. If you want to watch a full Storm King fight, I've uploaded it like twice on my channel already, so check that out. But yeah, this time we're just gonna lock in and try to do this real quick. Here goes nothing. And I know I said I wasn't gonna talk much, but the Storm King just came out of his little shell, and Lizik is nowhere to be found. I think he went bye-bye. Okay, so far so good. We're on to the last part of the fight. We're absolutely locked in right now, and there's just no way he's taking us down at this point. And we are so close here. I think we actually just did it. I hear the crack sound, which means we have officially defeated the Storm King for the 3rd time in basically 3 days. And just like that, voila. Once again, we have defeated the Storm King. And more importantly, what we're looking for here today is the Shattered Fragment, or wait, what is it actually called? Wait, Shatterhorn Fragment. That's what it's called. But it's also really cool because we got ourselves a legendary ruby pickaxe and also the Cyclone Pickaxe. So I can swap out my current sword and pickaxe for the Cyclone Pickaxe and the Thunderclap Blade. And all of a sudden, we have both of the mythic items that the Storm King drops, which is an absolute W. Anyway, let's grab the rest of this loot and let's get out of here. And while we're on the topic of the Storm King battle, one thing I want to call out is that I just actually finished a live stream with Madison Beer, Ali A, and the Littlest Snail. It's a full live stream that you can find on my channel channel, which I'll put in the end screen as well, but also be on the lookout for a YouTube video with the best moments. It was a super fun stream as we guided them through everything new in LEGO Fortnite Odyssey, and it was also Madison Beer's first time playing this game. So yeah, it was a very cool live stream. You could watch it, or just stay tuned for a cut down that'll be on the channel very soon. And also subscribe so you don't miss that video. Anyway, guys, we made it back here to our village, and I have a serious problem right now. If we go down into our very neatly organized storage room and open up my food chest, you can see something very obvious, and it's the fact that there's not a single cooked item in here. Unless you count the fruit pie, there's literally nothing good at all. That's an issue because this is literally all the food I have in this entire world. And because that's an issue, I'm gonna fix that right now. Okay, and as you can tell by that time lapse, we put in quite a bit of work for this top story of the building, and now it's time to give you guys a tour. I'm sure some of you saw what it was as I was piecing it together, but as you come into this room, this entry level is still completely untouched, which is by choice. Obviously, the first thing I wanted to get done was the storage, but going up to the top floor now, you can see that we have a fully designed restaurant. So as we step up to the top, we have the place where you can put your name down and then obviously sit down and wait for your name to be called. And when your table is ready, you can go into the main area where there's obviously a full bar with bar stools, and then we got our dining tables as well, so you can sit and enjoy a nice view while you have a meal. It's like a 5-star experience in here, if I'm being honest. But that's all design. There's actually functionality here as well, because if you go into the kitchen, you can see that I put down a ton of ovens. That'll be helpful when we assign villagers to make us food. The other thing that I'm actually going to go ahead and do in here, and I know it is a tight squeeze, and actually, you know what? I could put this out here since this is a bar, but we're putting down a juicer. And I used to never have a juicer down in my villages because obviously you'll get stuff that's a little less useful, but with the update, I think that all of the things in the juicer are actually a little bit more viable as options to use in fights and to heal. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna allow our villagers to do this for at least a little bit and see how I like it. It was looking a little bit empty back here, so I threw down some decor. But this is our restaurant. The last thing to note is that we obviously have a few chests here, which are going to be dedicated to some of our better food items. So anything that's cooked will be placed up here, and it'll be really instant access, because instead of going down to the storage room, all you got to do is run up one staircase and go like this, and then we'll be able to grab whatever we need. The only issue is if you look up at the top right of our screen, you'll notice that we're not within our village boundaries, and now we are. So I kind of put this restaurant in the wrong spot because yeah, the village boundary isn't here, which is not very good. If we want to cook, we're going to need to move it closer. The reason that this is kind of a big deal is because I'm pretty sure when I remove this village, these villagers are gonna, yeah, they just disappeared in front of our face. Oh, it was fun while it lasted. Liz, wait, what was his name? Key? I don't even remember. I didn't even have him for long enough to remember, so give me a break there. Hopefully he shows up again though, because we are gonna have to replace down our village square, and honestly, I think that this should work. Let's test it to make sure, and we can run in here, and yeah, we're still within the village. Oh no, wait, our ovens are over here, and yeah, okay. This time, we should be good. And yeah, standing under the ovens, you can tell that we still are within the boundaries of our village. But yeah, like I said, our villagers are unfortunately no longer here, so we'll have to reacquire them. And ladies and gentlemen, in a single night's worth of work, we now have a level 10 grasslands village. And we also have Bob, who is a human, so we're not inviting him to this village. But when we do get villagers, we'll make sure we assign them to cook us food so we finally can solve that problem. And honestly, it's really nice to finally have a solution here because yeah, our food situation is dire. And I've been eating fried eggs for the past 2 days. Not the best, but pretty soon we should be good to go. And I just got really distracted off camera. I don't even know where I was in my last cut, but as you can see, we just upgraded a Frostlands village to level 10 for a very specific reason. And it actually happened a minute ago, but I unlocked all of the pieces under these Shogun build kits. That's because in a video coming up very soon, I'm going to be building something pretty nostalgic, and some of you guys might be able to guess in the comments, but I'm not going to spoil it for now. Either way, even with a torch in my hand, I am shivering and I'm freezing, so I'm going to get back home. Getting back over here, you can tell that obviously it's a little more built out, but we're still missing a lot, including a ton of railings. This area here is definitely a safety hazard because if you walk too far, you'll go bye-bye, and that's not good. Especially when we start getting villagers in here, we don't want to have that. So it's time to do a little bit more housekeeping. Once again, it's so underrated to be organized in this game, or actually, maybe it's not overrated and maybe I'm just behind. Let's just call it properly rated. And as you can probably see by the time lapse that you've been watching, I'm just doing a ton of little details right now, and it's the little things that really make the difference in this game, in my opinion. So yeah, even something as simple as wrapping this accent around the entire wall. And there we go. But taking a look at the little accents we've done, obviously you just saw what we did under this house, but on top we have all of the railings. So now I can walk to the edge and have a nice vantage point. Not only that though, it wraps all the way around with lighting as well. So at nighttime, it looks great. That's not all though, because if we come out this way, you can see that this top area also has all of our lamps now, and going down the staircase, just a lot more railings, like I said. We got a fire pit as well, and honestly, there's a lot more to add here, but this is just the start. Walking down though, what a surprise, more railings. And then that's it. So taking one big step away, this place is starting to come together. But like you guys saw, I was just recently in the Frostlands biome, upgrading all the way for the Shogun Palace, and I think that it's gonna go somewhere around here, covering all of these dead dirt patches. Like I said, you could probably guess what I'm gonna build here because it's nostalgic and it uses the Shogun Palace builds. It's something that a lot of you guys have been asking for a long time, so that's what we're doing. Predict in the comments if you want to. But I think I'm gonna wrap up the video here so I can start on my next one, where I'm actually gonna do something very special. Obviously the build that I'm talking about, but coming over here to the crafting bench, there's also a few other things that I'm gonna experiment with, like the Shatterhorn sword. So in today's video, we're gonna be wielding the Shatterhorn sword and testing it out with all of the different rune upgrades to see how good it really is. And guys, this is a very special moment because this is something I've been thinking about doing ever since the update went live. Immediately when you go into your crafting bench and you discover that resource, you just notice that it looks a little different. You know, it's not a gem like the Amber, Emerald, Ruby, and Sapphire that we already have. It's this really cool black shard, and throwing it into our recipe, you can see that it requires 2 to craft the blade. And then if we go over to the hilt section, there's a few options. Now I've already gone through and I made my decision. Iron is kind of tempting because it does up the durability by quite a bit, as you can see. Copper is decent, but it just increases the speed a little bit. But what we're going to be going with is gold. So our sword will look like this, and also more importantly, if you look at the rune slots, by adding gold, you can add 3 additional slots on top of zapping 4. That's the main selling point of this new sword. It's a level 4 rune upgrade, and I'll talk about it more in a second. But first, let's grab some gold and craft it. And it's going to be pretty simple, but here we go for our first Shatterhorn sword inside of Lego Fortnite Odyssey. Let's go ahead and throw it straight into our hands, and wow. Oh my goodness. Let's take this thing on into the light and look at this. Are you kidding? This thing looks gorgeous. I hope the video is doing it justice, but it's glowing and shining, and it is ready for some more rune upgrades. But like I said, the most important thing to note here is that it has level 4 zapping. And if I slide over here to my rune table and go ahead and try to find zapping, I'll read the description for you. And wait, I just realized I don't even need to do that. I could literally open the codex. But here we go. Zapping 4 is a powerful rune upgrade able to chain lightning instantly between 4 foes. Crafted from the Shatterhorn fragments dropped by the Storm King himself. So here we are. We got zapping 4, but we're not quite done with our upgrades yet because we need to add a few more. Obviously, the first one we're going to be looking for is durability. So here we are with that. Of course, we're also going to throw damage on this guy. And I was going to throw luck on it, but I think I want to try Force 3. This is a brand new rune that got added to the game that increases knockback significantly. So between that and zapping, I really think we have a sword ready for combat. And what's a better spot than the brand new storm biome to test out our Shatterhorn sword? Honestly, I was going to go to the Tempest Gateway instead, but it's been less than 24 hours since I fought him, so maybe we'll do that later in the video. But here we go. Our first ever swing with the Shatterhorn sword. We got force on it as well, so remember, we should get some knockback. But not only that, we're looking for the zapping as well, and here goes nothing. Okay. So we'll go ahead and eliminate one of these guys. Okay, and it looks like it didn't kick in there. I don't think anything happened. Let's go ahead and eliminate the wolf. And no, nothing happened again. Okay. Like I said, maybe it'll just randomly kick in and... Oh, wait. I'm pretty sure that just did damage to the other acolyte nearby. I don't know. You guys saw a replay on screen. I'm pretty sure it did 12 damage though, which is kind of insane. That's basically what we were looking for out of zapping, but we're not done with our test yet. I still need to see if force will work because so far, yeah, I don't really know if that's even working. And once again, force seems like it didn't kick in at all. Did I just waste a rune slot? Ow, dude, you're interrupting my video. But with me hyping up this sword so much in the intro, I gotta put it to more tests because I'm genuinely so curious in knowing if it's actually good or not. Because so far, I'm honestly underwhelmed. But initial impressions aren't everything, so like I said, we're gonna grind out this entire cave all the way down to the final boss battle. Keep in mind, this sword has insane stats. Zapping 4, durability 3, damage 3, and force 3. I feel like it's gotta be decent. But like I said, let's see. Oh, wait a sec. There's that zapping we were talking about. Let's get a replay on that. That one was actually pretty clean. The more I use it, the more I'm starting to get it. Watch, I'll hit this guy. Okay, nothing happened that time. But let's hit this guy, and then yeah, that guy gets electrocuted by lightning. That's exactly what was supposed to happen with this essence. And yeah, I can confirm that it does happen. Oh my goodness. Look at that. It's like collateral damage. And I had no idea there were even bears in these caves, but just like that, we took out all 3. But that's not even the end. I'm pretty sure there's more. Ah, and here's the end. We don't got the Thunderlord this time. We have the Stormwild Brute duo, and let's see if they patched my method from last time. Because I landed here, and then I was basically invincible, and oh, we can still land here. I wonder if he can hit me this time. And I have a feeling that they didn't patch this. Oh, okay. Maybe we actually do have to lock in. What the? Wait, you can land down here? What in the world? Where are we? There's no way I can be down here. That's so crazy. Okay, but I did say I'd use my sword, so let's make sure we're using it here. Dude, there's no way. How does that even happen? What? Oh my gosh, okay. Okay, and this time around, they're not even frostbirds, so it should be a little bit easier. We'll start out by landing here again, and let's take them down. Oh, nice. So we got one. And here we go. Brute number 2. And hey, I only died once. Wait. That's not that good, actually. But anyway, we got our brute scales, and we still got our Shatterhorn sword, which, if you didn't notice, is already more than halfway broken. I hardly use the thing in the brute fight, and it's really down bad. Like, it's honestly about to break already. That's absolutely insane. Anyway, let's go ahead and open this chest and get back up. But just because my Shatterhorn sword is already halfway broken doesn't mean we're anywhere close to actually losing it. And for the next part of this video, I have a tip for you guys to get basically 3 times the life out of any of your brand new upgraded weapons or tools. And in order to do it, all you're gonna need is the brand new legendary forge that came out with the Storm Chasers update, and you can build that with the resources on screen here. And once you have that legendary forge down, all you're gonna need are some rift crystals, because you can go right in here and go ahead and apply some to make your Shatterhorn sword or any other tool you have rifted. If you haven't done this yet, basically what this does is it completely refreshes the health, and with that gem slider on screen, as you go ahead and use the sword, it'll fill up. And then once it's fully filled up, it'll turn into a legendary item. So yeah, now I've got this life with it, and then once it fully fills up, it'll become gold, and I'll have a whole nother go with it. Although I still think that this thing is kind of mid, and I don't even know if I'm going to be using it much anymore. Because while you guys saw me put it to use in the cave, and it wasn't horrible, I just don't think it's exactly what we were looking for. The damage output isn't crazy. The knockback doesn't seem to do much of anything, and overall, I just think there's better options. So I'm going to go back over here and take our Sapphire sword into our main slot. But hey, it was definitely fun to try out the Shatterhorn sword, and don't you worry, I'm going to show this one off again later in its legendary state, so stay tuned. And in my last video, I actually hinted at my next build, which we're gonna start right now. And if you missed it, I said this. But like you guys saw, I was just recently in the Frostlands biome, upgrading all the way for the Shogun Palace, and I think that it's gonna go somewhere around here, covering all of these dead dirt patches. Like I said, you could probably guess what I'm gonna build here because it's nostalgic and it uses the Shogun Palace builds. It's something that a lot of you guys have been asking for a long time, so that's what we're doing. Predict in the comments if you want to. And well, some of you guys guessed it pretty easily. And yes, we are rebuilding my original storage dojo room. This was my first quote-unquote mega base, and I posted quite a few times about it. It's probably one of my most recognizable builds over my course of Lego Fortnite, which is crazy to say, but for basically the past year, a lot of you guys have been wanting me to rebuild it, and today is that day. And I'm gonna be honest, a year ago, I had no idea what I was doing with builds. So when I took a look at it in my survival world, I realized that nothing is symmetrical, and honestly, it's just kind of built weird. And all I'm trying to say is it might not be the exact same, but it's gonna look pretty identical. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with this after I move the village out of the way, because yeah, I'm gonna build here. But now, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, first layer of the roof done, and honestly, it's starting to come together here. And we're coming up on the end of this build, and let me just say, it is so satisfying in this game when parts fit perfectly. And as you can see here, as we're snapping the final pieces of this roof together, everything just falls into place perfectly. And yeah, this is actually gonna be the last layer of the roof. After this, we're gonna flatten it out using some foundations. And popping what'll basically be our last piece into place here. Let's go ahead and sleep through the night, and then I will give you a brand reveal of our brand new dojo. Or you just simply watch the time lapse on your screen. You'll have an idea of what I'm about to show you. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Storage Dojo 2.0. Leave a like for the nostalgia, and let's go ahead and jump inside. But it's gonna look super familiar if you used to watch me about a year ago. And we'll pop up some side-by-side comparisons, but this is the bottom floor where I do all of my workshopping. I had tons of different stations down here, and I had villagers assigned to different tasks. Then going up the beautiful staircase up to the second floor, this is where we used to have all of our storage. Now, if we look out the window this way, you'll remember that we do have a storage room right across the way. So we still got to make a decision on what we're doing here. And if you got any suggestions, let me know in the comments. And then coming up to the very, very top floor, this floor definitely got upgraded from the last dojo that we made. As you can see, the skylight looks amazing in my opinion. And the original build just had a covered ceiling, so definitely like that upgrade. Along with that, there's still one thing that we need to do, and that is punch out this right here. And the reason we did that is because we're gonna eventually add a balcony here. Not in today's video though, because I'm still trying to blueprint that part. But for the sake of this video and for the sake of reminding me that I actually need to fix this, I'm just gonna leave it completely empty right now. We're just gonna have to deal with it. But we're not done with the dojo just yet, because the front of it still looks kind of underwhelming in my opinion, and we gotta fix that because this just doesn't look right. It's a ginormous building, and I feel like the entrance should reflect that. It should be very grand and luxurious. And yeah, right now we just got some dead grass and chickens walking everywhere. Let's go ahead and fix that. And there we go. It's looking a little bit better. As you can see, we built these very interesting looking statues here. And those pieces come courtesy of this Raven's Roost set. I didn't even know that these pieces existed, but yeah, I think these came out really cool. It's got that cobblestone design and definitely looks like a unique kind of statue. Along with that, we obviously have this cobblestone walkway leading up to the grand and main entrance of the dojo. Once again, it looks a lot better than it did a second ago. There's still some dead grass here though, so we'll have to cover that later. But we cleared the chickens out of here, and we also started building up our farm plot. So I'll go ahead and place them down here, and we'll grow some nice plants outside, give this place some signs of life. And then over here, we have our main statue. Right now, it's this cool Shogun piece, but I'm not sure exactly what I want to keep here permanently. I want it to be pretty small so you can still kind of see the entrance behind it. So that takes a lot of these more large pieces out of the equation. And yeah, for now we have this. We'll see what ends up being there. And looking at it from the front now, this place is starting to come together. I'm not gonna lie. And this is gonna be a huge building for future projects. And as you can see right now, it's empty, and you can literally hear an echo in here. The only real difference in design between this and the original is this third story, which actually has a beautiful looking skylight, and it also has these shelves up here. I'm not sure exactly what I want to put on these shelves, but I'm definitely going to store some stuff to show off. Anyway, we got more work to do on the interior, but that's not the point, because I'm sure a lot of you clicked on today's video to see the best charm combination. But before I can craft and equip these charms, we need to go get into a fight. And some of you may have guessed it, but the fight I'm referring to is against the Storm King. Let's make light work out of him real quick, and then we'll get our Shatterhorn fragment, which is what we need for our charm. You can wish me luck by subscribing. Let's get into this. All right, so we broke all of his weak points already. And in case you're curious on how to fight the Storm King in the best way possible, I have a few videos on my channel, and that's why we're keeping it pretty short today. But if you're wondering, this is my entire loadout. We got a health charm right now, a storm charm, and a totem of return in rare rarity, because this is expert mode. But we're on to the final stage of the battle, and he's about to spawn in some crawlers, which are really, really annoying. So let me lock in one more time, and then we'll get the Shatterhorn fragment and continue with this video. Here goes nothing. Oh my, wait. Dude, there's no way I just died. I was right at the end too, there's no way. Oh my gosh, I have to actually redo it. I don't even have the right foods now. I thought I was gonna be able to come in and sweep it up, but I have to start from scratch. That's insane. Okay, well, I'm gonna let them eliminate me, and we're just gonna get prepared, because I'm not doing this fight with just a few fruit pies. It's just not happening. Okay, so now that the time is ticking, we have less than 40 minutes to go back and fight the Storm King. I gotta find some bear pelts in order to make myself another totem of return. So here goes nothing. Oh yeah, and just a tip when you're fighting bears and other animals, most of them cannot do anything at all if you just stand on an elevated surface. So pro tip of the day, just do this and it'll make your life a lot easier in this game. Anyway, we got our bear pelts and now it's time to go home so we can get back into the Storm King battle. Only after, of course, we make our charm. I'm ashamed I even have to do this, but with our charm equipped, we're gonna get prepared and go back into the Storm King battle. Only this time, hopefully, I won't fail. Okay, and here we go. Storm King part 2. Hopefully this time we can actually make light work out of him.
Let's make light work out of him real quick, and then we'll get our Shatterhorn fragment, which is what we need for our charm.
All right, here we go. We're on to the last part of the fight again. And I still got quite a bit of Stormfruit Nectar, so hopefully I'll be fine this time. And here we go. We did it. And we actually got a task complete for defeating the Storm King 3 times, which is kind of crazy because I didn't know that existed, but nice. We did it once again. We defeated the Storm King. It only took us 2 tries. But with it, we're going to get our chest. And of course, inside of it will be our Shatterhorn fragment, along with a few fun other tools like the Cyclone Pickaxe. Still not the biggest fan of this or the Thunderclap Blade, but hey, that's for another discussion. But like I kept mentioning, the thing that we really wanted this time around was the Shatterhorn fragment here. And getting back home and taking it over here to our crafting bench, you'll see exactly why. And it's because we can make the Storm Charm. Once again, as you can see, I already own one. But with our second one made, we can go ahead and ditch our health charm, and there's a reason we're doing this, and it's actually quite simple. The health charm will do 4 hearts and 3 shield, and so will the storm charm. The storm charm will also reduce damage taken from storm energy attacks. So yeah, objectively, it will be the best charm stack in the entire game for that reason. Obviously, if there's a reason for you to use something else like an inner fire charm, if you're going to a Frostlands cave, or a cool-headed charm for the dry valley biome, this will be the best charm combo to run. I would even recommend making 3 of these if you're playing in survival mode, but obviously I'm playing in expert mode, and this is my safety net. I mean, if I didn't have one of these earlier in the video, I would have lost this world. So yeah, I'm gonna need a totem of return. If you can get away with making another one, it would be an absolutely insane combo. And while we're on the subject of charms, the health charm is actually really, really good post update. They increased the amount of hearts it gives to make it a little more competitive with some of the special ability charms. So if you haven't gone in and taken a look post update at what all the charms do in terms of health and armor, I definitely suggest doing it. But defeating the Storm King was just the beginning of today's video, because the fun is honestly just getting started, because now we get to actually put this double storm charm to the test. And there really is only one place to test this out, and it's going to be over there in the storm. Because the question now is, how much damage am I going to take from storm energy attacks, considering I have 2 storm charms? Is it only going to reduce a certain amount of damage? Is it going to do double the effect? I don't really know. Let's go ahead and test it out. But first, we're coming over here to the legendary rift, and we are going to rift our sapphire crossbow, which was basically about to break. So a little pro tip, if you have a tool that's about to break and you don't want it to, just go ahead and build yourself a legendary forge and upgrade it with crystals. Because as you can see now, it has what looks to be an empty health bar, but if you don't know, when you start using it, it'll actually go up in durability, and once it hits the max level, it'll turn into a legendary weapon, therefore basically giving it 2 more lives. Try it out if you haven't, and let's go ahead and get to the storm now. But here we go, and right off the bat, we have 12 minutes, so double the time in the storm. If you walk in with no charms on, I believe you get about 30 seconds in here, and then 1 storm charm gives you 6 minutes and 50 seconds. So throwing on 2 of these will double it to about 13 minutes, which is just insane. But the storm timer really doesn't even matter. 13 minutes, 6 minutes doesn't really make a big difference. What really is going to make a big difference is how much damage we take from storm attacks. So I believe any of these enemies are classified as storm enemies. So let's just see how much damage they can do to me. And okay, I got shot by an arrow and I'm getting hit by spiders. And I'm not taking that much damage. Obviously, it is kind of hard to tell still. So I guess let's see what a roller does to us. Oh, and that actually did quite a bit of damage. But enough of that. I think the best way to actually test if this charm's good or not is to jump into a dungeon here and simply just try to clear it out. I feel like simply getting to play with charms on will give you a good idea of how good they are. So yeah, we're just gonna run through a few levels and I'll give you guys my thoughts as we go on. I really do think this is gonna be a good charm stack though. Oh yeah, and also as we go through this, we are going to be getting tons more good loot. To be honest, my storage room is already looking dry and I just built it, so I need to fill it up, and this is definitely going to help. And you know what? I have like terrible food in my inventory for fighting this dungeon right now, and I'm still not needing to eat that much of it, so that's a good sign. Like, I got this fruit pie that takes 6 seconds to eat, but I'm finding even while I'm getting hit a bunch, I'm not taking that much damage to even have to eat a lot of these. All I'm saying is, so far so good, and that's another level down, but let's just keep on cooking here. And yeah, we are just tearing through these. Oh my goodness. These rollers just got destroyed, and that's another level down. I think I can confirm that this is definitely a charm stack worth trying out. And here we go. Ooh, we got the Thunderlord this time. It's been a minute since I've seen him. And if anything is considered a storm energy attack, it's definitely the Thunderlord here. Let's see how we get on. And obviously, if we take any damage, we'll have to see exactly how much. But starting out against the Thunderlord, all we got to do is keep our distance and make sure we're using our crossbow. And I mean, he literally can't do anything to us. I don't know what he's trying. He's just teleporting all over the place. But bro is lost, boxing him like fish. And oh my, okay, I forgot he had that attack, but he missed. And yeah, honestly, you know what? Let him hit me with this. And okay, that actually did. Oh my, okay. No more messing around. I honestly think that the Thunderlord is probably one of the easiest enemies. You guys let me know in the comments if you guys already fought him. And if you have, did you find him easy or difficult? The first time I fought the Storm King, he actually, I think like 2-hit me, but I was definitely not prepared for it. But hey, times have changed. We just took him out, no problem. And once again, I think I can officially confirm that this Storm Charm stack is absolutely goated, and you guys should try it out as soon as you can if you have the necessary resources. Because yeah, I think you'll definitely enjoy it. Okay, and I got a little bit distracted and built this. It's probably the most unique thing that I've ever built in this game, let's be honest. I mean, what did I even do here? I don't really know, but I like how it looks. So we have a brand new building, and this was all done using free building. As you can see, I'm literally using platforms as this window here. It's a classic technique that I used to use quite a bit, and honestly, I carried it over to my storage dojo as well. But if we take a step away and look at this thing, I really like the way it kind of falls into the backdrop since it is so unique. So yeah, I think I'll be keeping it. I'm not sure what will go inside yet, but that's a different conversation. And what we're gonna do next is more village upgrades, because this place is coming together, especially when you look at it from angles like this. There's just so much going on. But jumping down this part and taking a look at it from the bottom of the hill, you'll notice that there's a very grand and nice looking staircase here, but over here there's nothing. It's just a bunch of grass. And honestly, I'm just not a big fan of this walk up here, so we're gonna fix that next. Here we go. We got ourselves our secondary staircase. So once again, taking a look at it from below, it looks much better, and it's really starting to come together. I know I'm saying that a lot, but I mean, come on, look at this. Absolutely amazing progress here at the village, but our work is nowhere close to done. And if you guys have any suggestions for this village, be sure to leave them down in the comments. I'm open to absolutely anything. As you can see, we're kind of mapping out our pathways here, and there's definitely still a lot of room to build. Obviously, we have this hill here. We have a flat area right across from it, and then in our backyard, we even have the storm. This is the dungeon that I just defeat, so the storm isn't even there, but it'll pop up again in around 24 hours. But either way, in this video, since we've obviously already talked about the charm stack, next I want to talk about something pretty interesting that I've never tried before, and it's right here on my crossbow. So I have damage, durability, and destruction, which are all pretty normal for me. But then the last enchantment that I have on this one is Lifesteal 3. And if you guys don't know what that is, because I honestly didn't before starting this video, Lifesteal says that defeating an enemy will heal you a lot, and that sounds super interesting. I've actually already used this crossbow in this video, but I have not paid attention to lifesteal at all. So we're gonna put it to the test since we're still exploring everything in the Storm Chasers update, and we're gonna go put it to the test by jumping into Raven's Castle. This is a good place to start because there are some acolytes just kind of wandering around down here, so I can go ahead and let them kind of damage me. My goodness, this guy really does no damage at all. I mean, I know I have 2 storm charms on, and that's obviously confirmed to help out, but this guy's crossbow is doing half a heart in damage. You guys just saw that. Half a heart is absolutely insane. But here we go. We have over 2 hearts taken off of our player. Let's go ahead and take this acolyte out using Lifesteal 3, and let's see how many hearts we get. Oh gosh, there's 2 now. Okay, here we go. We'll eliminate him, and oh my goodness, we basically got back 2 hearts. Let's do it again. We eliminate him, and we're back to full hearts. Okay, let me let them just damage me a little bit more. Okay, now we're actually losing some hearts, so let's see what we can do. And we'll eliminate acolyte number 1. It'll give us basically 2 hearts. And acolyte number 2 Yep, 2.5 hearts, I believe, or something close to that. Dude, that is insane. Anyway, because I'm sure a lot of you guys probably have not tried lifesteal yet, I would definitely recommend doing it. And you guys just saw that acolyte shooting me. This double storm charm is going absolutely crazy as well. So try that out. And let's go ahead and try to eliminate Raven here now. And wait, are we really? Bro, is he that weak? Like, he's literally dying in 2 seconds. Okay, we got him. Raven is such light work. It's actually insane. Anyway, now we get our free reward. So let's see what's inside of this chest. What are we gonna get? Ooh, we got a Rift Crystal, some Eye of the Storms, and some Essence that I can't even grab because my player's full again. I swear after this update, it's not a bad thing, but Essence is like very easy to get. And I'm constantly at the maximum capacity. So if anyone from Lego Fortnite is watching, it'd be really cool if we could get that increased to like 2,000. I just have a feeling it would go a very long way for us players. Anyway, that's all we needed from Raven's Castle. Let's go ahead and get home. Bro, what is going on? Let's go ahead and get home. And whenever I've got too much essence, I go ahead and just upgrade some stuff in advance. So as you can see here, we started upgrading a brand new crossbow and sapphire sword. And then we also fully upgraded a dagger. We got Stormbane 3, durability, damage, and destruction. Don't ask me why. But, you know, we got to test some of these new things, and that's what we're continuing to do. Today, we're risking our entire expert mode world that we have been building up over the past few months, and there's a reason why. It's because we just hit 1 million subscribers. So first off, before we go any further in today's video, genuinely thank you so much for 1 million subscribers. It's been a long time coming. I've been posting on this channel for over 6 years at this point, so it's been a grind to say the least. But seriously, I appreciate each and every one of you, and today, we're continuing with our expert mode playthrough in a way that is a little bit different than what I normally do. 6 months ago, I uploaded a video talking about the most impossible challenge in expert mode. I even said 99% fail. And in that video, I take you through what I deem as the hardest challenge in all of Lego Fortnite Odyssey, and that's gonna be the Star Wars Island Frostlands Cave in expert mode. In the video 6 months ago, if you didn't see it, I geared up with all of the best and most overpowered items in the game, and I jumped into one of those caves, trying to run through it and simply conquer it. Basically, you'll fight 3 waves of enemies that will all have blasters leading up to a final boss in the last section of this cave. The reason it's so hard is because these bosses do a ton of damage. They're super fast, and not only that, in expert mode at the time, you didn't have any shield. Fast forward to today, and you have a little bit. As you can see, I have 6 shield on me right now. But there's a reason I'm making a big deal out of this, and it's because I said this at the end of the video after I failed the challenge with a Totem of Return equipped. What I'm about to say next is kind of insane, and I might regret saying this, but 1 million subscribers on this channel, and if you guys want to see it, I will go back to Star Wars Island into a Frostlands cave and try to defeat it without a Totem of Return. Meaning that if I die in that cave, then this world is gone. Well, as you just heard, and as you can see if you scroll down in this video, I have 1 million subscribers now. Thank you again. But with that, I am a man of my word, and today we are going to be going back to Star Wars Island for the 2nd time with the final goal of conquering a Frostlands cave with no Totem of Return. I have one equipped right now, but we're going to be taking it off and jumping straight back into that cave. So wish me luck, drop a like, and subscribe for all things Lego Fortnite Odyssey. Again, 1 million subscribers is absolutely insane, and we're about to go crazy in 2025. We're just getting started here. I'm actually just getting back from vacation, which is why I haven't been uploading that much. I'm sorry, I know. Bro hits 1 mil and then he goes on vacation. It's absolutely insane. Anyway, we're getting into this. Subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoy. So before we can actually go any further with this video, I have to unlock the Frostlands cave, and that's going to require us to upgrade a Star Wars village. So let me cook real quick. And after a quick time lapse, I've done a bit of cooking, and as you can see, we've upgraded our Star Wars village for the first time in this brand new expert mode world. And hopefully we can revisit this and fully finish it after we complete the Frostlands cave, but that's what's up next. We actually have to go inside and conquer it without a totem. Once again, this is going to be absolutely insane. So guys, drop a like on the video. I promise you it will give me luck, and I know if you don't like the video, so please just click like right now. I'm going to need all the luck I can get, but let's go. Okay, I need to take one quick trip back home to fully get our inventory sorted, and then we're gonna jump right in. Okay, and the sun is rising. I did equip an entire inventory, which I'll go ahead and open up and show you. So I got a ton of arrows. I also have some miscellaneous goods over here on the side in case I need any of it. Spicy burgers will be important because as you can see in my charm section, I do have 1 inner fire charm along with 2 storm charms. If there's any bright side to this challenge, it's the fact that I do have extra hearts. You know, the Totem of Return I was rocking only gives you 1 extra, whereas this one will give me 3 extra hearts. Also 3 extra armor. So yeah, the charms are at least a little bit better, but here we go, ladies and gentlemen. gentlemen. We're going back to Star Wars Island. And one last time, I'm asking you, please drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, because we are risking our entire expert mode world. And oh man, I'm getting a little nervous now. Let's head over to the Frostlands and get this started. And one thing I haven't mentioned yet is that obviously with this brand new update in LEGO Fortnite Odyssey, the tools and weapons are just a lot better. As you can see, I have a sapphire sword in my hand right now. This thing right here would do much more damage than the old swords fully upgraded would. So in that sense, we do definitely have an advantage, but this is not going to be easy. And we're here in front of a Frostlands cave. I don't want to waste any more of your time. This is our 1 million subscriber special right here. I said I would do it, and I'm a man of my word. So today we're taking on the hardest challenge in all of LEGO Fortnite. Let me go ahead and eat a spicy burger as well as 1 piece of pizza. But our flintlock is back in our inventory, and we are ready to get into this. Here we go. 9 armor and quite a bit of hearts right now. We'll see what we do, and it's about to get really scary out here in this cave. So there's 3 levels, and we're starting here in the base. Okay, here we are. I haven't even been into one of these caves yet, so while I'm here, just in case we survive, which I really hope we do, I am going to be harvesting some resources as well, because why not? I really don't have many plastoids and durasteel yet, so hopefully we can get some of that. Also, if we do manage to make it out, on the other side of this, we should get our first ever lightsaber. But we're getting too ahead of ourselves. We got to complete this cave first, and oh my goodness. Oh yeah, we're going to get a lot of good loot if we survive. I've said it a bunch of times, but wish me luck. Here we go. All right, and we just got to remember that all of these guys are going to have projectiles as well. And basically, if you haven't seen one of these caves yet, there's one simple objective, and it's to eliminate every single enemy inside of here, because every single wave is going to get harder and harder, and you can only proceed forward after you eliminate everything. And off the bat, we have not even been hit yet, so that's a good sign. But there are quite a bit of these guys. And oh my goodness, I forgot that some of them have launchers that explode. We got to take this slow, and we're actually going to back up quite a bit as well, because we have plenty of room to work with as we move backwards. So if we just lure them over to one area, we should be able to take them on in a little bit less numbers, because as you can see when we jumped in here, there were a ton of them, and there still are a ton. And oh no, okay, we got to lock in. We actually have to lock in here. They're like all chasing us. Oh my, okay. Luckily, we have some shakes with us today as well. And yes, we're gonna get some blasters. We're gonna get storm cores. Nice. Oh my goodness, and I forgot there is a final boss as well. Obviously, that'll be in the 3rd phase, but here, even in the 1st phase, we do have the general. I don't remember his name, so forgive me, but there is a final boss that has more health. And oh no, dude, this launcher is doing damage, bro. Holy, dude, look at my hearts. Okay, we have to focus the guy that's shooting the explosive here. Yep, and he's 1 hit. There it is. All right, both of these guys have blasters, so we can get up close and personal, I think. 1 more hit on this guy. Come on, 1 more hit, 1 more hit. There we are. And this should be the last guy in the first. Wait, this is actually pretty light. Look at us. Wait, did we just get through the first level like that? There's a red wall down there, and if it's open, then that means that we completed it, but it's not. And there's another enemy right here. This is hopefully the last one. Let's go ahead and ground pound him. And oh, okay. Yep, that still wasn't it. Oh my goodness. Okay, wait, hang on. Let's go. Wait, did we do it? Let's go. Okay. That was honestly pretty light. I have a feeling it's going to get harder and harder, but so far so good. Like I said, I think we're underestimating how good the Storm Chasers update was for tools and weapons, because these weapons are overpowered, but we're getting straight in here to phase 2, and we cannot take this lightly once again. So let's just lead them back into phase 1. Like I said, we have plenty of room in this cave to kind of back up and take these guys on one by one. Oh, let's go. Okay, we need another spicy burger. Let's get right back in here. But oh my goodness, there are so many more. Oh, yo, I wasn't even aimed at that guy, and I just headshot one. Little pro tip for those of you guys, if you didn't know with combat, if you jump slam attack, it'll actually do quite a bit more damage. So just like that, we did 18 damage, and this guy dropped a sword too. That's crazy. Holy, okay, there's more. It's time to lock in. Oh no, we're getting sloppy. We're getting sloppy. We got to make sure we're drinking our smoothies. Here's our general commander. Once again, he's storm wild, which means he has a ton of health. Oh, he's 1 hit. He's 1 hit. Come on. Yes, there we go. All right, from there, it should be pretty light. There's another one. These guys aren't even storm wild. Let's go. I think we did it. Oh, and we did. And hey, we might not be done yet, but we only have 1 more wave to go, and it is going to be the hardest one, because there is going to be a boss back here. I don't even remember which boss it'll be. It'll probably be an AWR trooper, in which case we absolutely have to lock in, but we'll have to wait and see. And here we go. I don't see a single enemy. Oh, there they are. Okay. They don't see me yet. So let's see if we can just take one out real stealth. I see some guys right there. Oh, and okay. Yep. They already see me. Here goes nothing. Last wave. I really think we can do this. Oh, look at that. Nice little no-scope there. Okay, and we're taking a peek down here. I see the trooper. It's the AWR trooper. Let's start by getting an easy free headshot on him. Come on. Oh, okay, and we hit a body shot, but that's fine. Okay, 2 body shots, not bad. Oh, 3 body shots. Bro is standing still. Wait. No way we just take him out like this. Bro, what? Why is he standing still? This is so free. I think if I just maintain this position right here, I might be able to do it low key. Come on. Come on. Oh! Yo! No way, we just took him out like that. Hang on, I'm freezing. My guy is shivering. He's gonna need another spicy burger real quick. But no way, we just took out the AWR trooper like that. The rest of this is light work, guys. Drop a like. Come on. It's the home stretch. I cannot get lazy now. This is where I died last time if you didn't watch that video. It was in the last phase of it, so we can't let our guard down yet. And there's quite a bit of them, and they run really, really fast. Hang on. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. There's one. Oh my goodness, this is light work, bro. This is light work. This is light work. They can't do anything. They're stuck. Oh my, wait. Oh, whoa, 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 wait, what? I thought I just eliminated that guy. There's two of them? Get me up here. Get me up here. No, 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 no. Wait, I did not expect to see another one of those guys. Where did bro come from? That actually scared me. That was like a jump scare. Oh, okay, there he is. Here he is. So he's just sitting down here on the ice, and he just cannot hit me. Bro has horrible aim. So maybe we could just take him out real easy again. And if you couldn't notice, this crossbow is actually doing... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I just got hit and lost so many hearts. What was that? But just like that, we took out the other one. That's 2 AWR troopers down, or I think that's what they're called. I don't even know. Either way, doesn't really matter. The final boss is down, and from here, it should be smooth sailing as long as we don't absolutely choke. There's just a few more of these guys left. Come on, here we go. Let's take him out with a sword. Come on. There we go. Oh my. Whoa, 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 whoa. Not so fast, not so fast. We gotta drink another smoothie. But it's already getting quieter in this cave, and I really think that we did this pretty easily. Hang on. There should only be a few more enemies from the looks of it. Come on, let's do this. One. Oh, is this the last one? It might actually be the last one. He's on 1 health. But this should just about be the final send, so let's go ahead and grapple up. Let's do a flint knock 360. Oh, okay, it wasn't reloaded. Where'd he go? Wait. Wait. Wait, did he just get eliminated? What? The wall's down. Did we just did it. Yo, let's go. I wanted to do a 360 no scope, and somehow bro just eliminated himself. I don't know what just happened there, but ladies and gentlemen, just like that, with no totem of return, we conquered what used to be the hardest challenge in all of Lego Fortnite, but now in Lego Fortnite Odyssey, that was light work. Like I said, there's 3 stages, and after the final stage, we are met with our grand prize, which is going to be this chest right here. And if you haven't played the Star Wars update, you wouldn't know what comes out of this chest. But just like that, as we open it, we get ourselves our first ever lightsaber. Going into this, I thought I was about to lose my world, and coming out, we now have a brand new mythic weapon. And hey, I would call that a pretty big success. And what we're getting up to next is actually something that I've been putting off for quite a bit, and it's the storage dojo behind us here. I asked for some suggestions on what I should build inside, and while I'm still not fully decided, I do know one thing for certain, because as you can see inside of here, it's completely empty in every single level. But up here at the top, we're gonna start building out our balconies. We're going to be adding a balcony to every single section of this, unlike the first dojo that we built back in our old world. So it's just going to look a little something like this, and it's going to go around every single side. So let's go ahead and get started on that. And here we go. We punched out a balcony section for every single side of this dojo, so we get 360 views of everything around it. If you guys remember the first storage dojo, it only had 1 balcony on the front section, so this one's getting a little bit of an upgrade, but they're not going to be crazy balconies, and I need to get started on it right now so we can finish it and continue our work. So let's go ahead and do that. And picking up the recording here at night while it's still dark outside, you can see that we added the balconies, but not only that, we also added lights around the entire exterior. Honestly, this does quite a bit for the build, and as you can see right off the bat, it just looks so nice at night now. We're not done yet, because as the sun rises, we can go ahead and add some more to the front of this dojo in the form of some plants. And we're gonna do that by using garden plots here. So we're gonna go ahead and throw down 2 in each planter here. And for now, we just got raspberries and peppers, but eventually we'll go to Lost Isles and grab some nicer plants like the banana ones and the coconut trees. And to keep the symmetry here, we got to build the same planter in front of every single entryway. And after a few more small upgrades, we now have planters around the entire place. We have some balconies and we have some lights. And that's going to conclude today's video. Again, thank you so much from the bottom of my little axolotl heart for 1 million subscribers. It's absolutely insane to me that we hit this number, and I couldn't have done it without each and every one of you. So seriously, whether you're already subscribed to the channel, whether you've commented and supported my videos in the past, or even if it's your first time watching, just thank you. We have some very exciting plans for 2025 coming very soon. So yeah, you don't want to miss any of it, but I don't want want to spoil too much, so I'll leave it at that for now. 1 million subscribers. Let's go. Anyway, I will catch y'all in the next video back on this survival world, because luckily we did not lose it in today's video. But some more videos of mine are on screen here if you want to watch more content, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.